أوصل منك معشار، لو حبري من 7 بحور. يا شمس الرحمن ضوت بال من قبل الأملاك والأكوان، بينك انت وبيك يا نجم الله الثاقب، يا سيف الله الضارب، يا أسد الله الغالب. بيت الله مهدك شرفت يا أبو الحسنين، يا نجم الله الثاقب، يا سيف الله الضارب، يا أسد الله الغالب. بيت الله مهدك شرفت يا أبو الحسنين يا حيدر.
دخلك يا ناحي الابواب، انت الباب الرباني، نحن ترابك يا ابو تراب، غيرك ما إلنا تاني.
ربك جاعل فيك اسرار، ذاتك ذخر الاشرف، ذات درع مفصل عالمختار، سيف مجرب بالشداد. يا نبأ القرآن وصل الدين، وبشأنك هالناس مختلفين، وفازوا أشياعك يا أبو حسين. حبينا الحب الأرقى وبقول وفعل وثقة، نمسك بالعروة الوثقة يا نخوة كل شي عنادي لا تخليني. حبينا الحب الأرقى وبقول وفعل وثقة، نمسك بالعروة الوثقة يا نخوة كل شي عنادي لا تخليني يا حيدر.
دخلك يا ناحي الابواب، انت الباب الرباني، نحن ترابك يا ابو تراب، غيرك ما إلنا تاني.
بدر أحد والأحزاب، أدرب خيبر شو اللي صار. لو بدك من بعد الباب، شلت القلعة يا كرار. حيدر غوث الدين والملهوف، اسمك يا مولاي ما في خوف. عيني ولامي ويا أغلى حروف، للقاصد نجف الطالب ما بيرجع عنك خايب. يا مظهر العجايب حلفك بالزهرة اشفع لي يا ابو السبطين. للقاصد نجف الطالب ما بيرجع عنك خايب، يا مظهر العجايب حلفك بالزهرة اشفع لي يا ابو السبطين يا حيدر.
دخلك يا ناحي الابواب، انت الباب الرباني، نحن ترابك يا ابو تراب، غيرك ما إلنا تاني.
اوف 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 اوف، علي باسمك يا ابو الحمل علينا، ما يهمنا السما تنزل علينا، ننده بالشدايد يا علينا، وتحضر كالبرق يا داحي الابواب، يا داحي الابواب. اوف 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 يا علي.
علي عالي عليك العالي، علي آية وعلي راية، علي أول علي التالي، علي أول علي التالي. علي مولا علي 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 مولا، علي مولا علي 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 مولا، علي مولا علي 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 مولا، علي مولا علي 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 مولا. علي جنة حياتي، علي فوزي ونجاتي، علي بعيني وشراييني، علي كل أمنياتي علي كل أمنياتي علي هو الوسيلة علي ماكو مثيله علي يسري بوقت عسري علي حامي دخيله علي مولا علي 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 مولا 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 علي said in defiance Ali's name is triumphant Ali is gold Ali we hold Ali the roaring lion Ali the roaring lion Ali is carved perfection Ali the throne's inscription Ali is hope Allah's tightrope Ali is our salvation Ali Mawla Ali 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 Mawla 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 علي بيده مصيري علي ساكن ضميري علي حاكم وانا خادم علي هو اميري علي هو اميري علي الرفعه بخدمته علي دمي مزجته علي جنة ونعم منا علي للشيعة جنة علي مولا علي 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 مولا علي مولا علي 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 مولا علي مولا
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear respected brothers and sisters and dear viewers of Imam Hussein TV, and welcome to this Eid al-Gadeer special that we have live from Imam Hussein TV with my dear special guests that we have throughout the night, and a great lineup of just the fada'il of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Welcome to the celebration of Eidullah al-Akbar, the greatest Eid that we have in the religion of Islam. And joining me, and I don't say this from myself, I've got scholars to back me up on this one. Sitting to my direct left-hand side, I have Sheikh Muhammad Al-Hilli, and next to him is Sayyid Muhsin Shah, and right next to him, and last but certainly not least, is our dear poet, Muhammad Abbas Ja'far. Assalamu alaikum to you all. How are we?
أسعد الله أيامكم
Allah.
في هذه الأيام المباركة. Alhamdulillah. How can we not be delighted on the greatest day of the year?
Of course, of course. Wilaya of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam al-Muttaqeen, Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. The religion of Islam completed on this day, and I'm sure every single one of us here tonight is extremely passionate about this subject because this is our identity. Sheikhna, how was, first of all, you just came back from Hajj, so congratulations. I know you didn't go to the resting place of Amir al-Mu'mineen, but you certainly went to his birthplace.
Alhamdulillah, it was Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My respected sisters and brothers, all mu'mineen, mu'minat, salamun alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Congratulations on this glorious day in which I am absolutely sure that the angels and the creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the heavens are all celebrating much more than our celebrations due to its beautiful significance. But alhamdulillah, the Hajj was amazing. The participation was something that's a great honor.
Yeah.
But yes, to be next to the birthplace of the Commander of Faithful on those days is truly a wonderful experience as well. Thank you so much.
Sheikhna, you, how many times have you been to Hajj now?
Oh, I don't know. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. I'm not gonna, I can't even remember.
Sheikhna, I haven't been to Hajj yet. I haven't even been to Mecca. Please give me some of your barakah. Sheikh,
Inshallah, Allah blesses you to go to Hajj soon.
How did it feel? Because obviously this is probably the 17th time you've been to Hajj. How is
close,
the feeling?
actually.
Is it actually?
Yes.
See, I guess it right.
I had no idea, yeah.
How is it when you're standing in front of that crack in the Kaaba?
Well, because of the sheer congestion this year, I thought, I have to get there. It's often a place where we cannot ever, go to the Kaaba and not feel or kiss or stand next to feel the vibes. And on the 8th of the Hajj, where many of the Muslims, they go to Mina, us the followers of Ahlul Bayt usually don't and stay before we go to the land of Arafat. So we had an opportunity to go, and it was amazing because the crowd was much, much less. And I was able to stand there next to the Holy Kaaba, and specifically the area in which this honorable lady, Fatima bint Asad, salamullahi alayha, was given this opportunity to deliver Amir al-Mu'mineen inside the Kaaba. So that crack next to it was wonderful. You feel the energy. You kind of feel that sentence that we always hear, that whether people love or hate Ali ibn Abi Talib, they have no choice but to face the place where he was born 5 times a day in Salah. There is absolutely no chance about it. If you are a Nasibi, or if you do not know about Eid al-Gadeer, or you don't want to know about his fada'il and his greatness, you still have to go to the Kaaba, and you still face the Kaaba in Salah, and there's no human being other than Ali who was born inside the Kaaba.
So what about those who say there was someone born in the Kaaba other than Ali? What do you say to them?
This is all a fabrication. In the month of Ramadan, I discussed this in a detailed lecture. The individual that supposedly was also born inside the Kaaba is a fabricated story. This Hakim ibn Huzam was an individual who was drunkard, hater, and somebody who despised Imam Ali alayhi salam. And the narration is that they say that his mother was about to give birth, and all of a sudden she was invited by so many other people to go inside the Kaaba and give birth. So there is no, and the narration, by the way, is very weak of this particular individual being born inside the Kaaba. But there is no doubt that, the famous Sunni scholar Al-Hakim Al-Hasakani, he says it's reached the level of tawatur, meaning authenticity without doubt, that Ali was born inside the sacred house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the thought and how that came to me when I was there, subhanallah, it always comes to me, because I remember reading that somebody who was looking at the Kaaba and said, why was Ali born inside it? What was the wisdom? What's the philosophy behind it? And then it struck him. If the bride is from the house of Rasul, the groom has to be from the house of Allah. There is no doubt about that. Yes, there is only one way in which this can be brought together.
What's going on? Ya Ali. Sayyid Muhsin.
Yes, Minhaj.
Because this show today, it's not question and answer, it's just going to be fada'il.
MashaAllah.
Fada'il.
Inshallah.
Give me some of the fada'il you know of Amir al-Mu'mineen. I'm sure in Hawza they taught you a lot about it.
There's a lot that we learn on the life of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam Ali alayhi salam. And there's a lot that we learn from Amir al-Mu'mineen here on earth, and from his legacy that is left behind. But there's a lot also of Amir al-Mu'mineen in the heavens before earth was created. And there's a lot. And I want to touch on one hadith that I came across.
Yeah.
And it's a conversation between the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Jibreel, and they're talking about this nur, and they're talking about Jibrael's earliest memory. And he was like, I was just floating, and I could see this light, this bright light. And then the Rasulullah asked him, tell me more. And then he goes, I was there was darkness, I could see this one light, and I heard someone ask me, who are you? And I said, I am I, and the question was, who are you and who am I?
Yeah.
And he goes, I am me and you are you. And then he goes, the question came again, who are you and who am I? And he said, and he responded, I'm me and you are you.
Yeah.
Then the question was asked a third time, and then he heard a response from behind, say that I am your slave, Jibreel, and you are my Lord and my Master, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then Jibreel was narrating this to Rasulullah. This is my earliest memory of existence.
Yeah.
And then the Rasulullah says, can you remember the voice? And can you remember who it was? And he goes, if I heard it again, I would remember. But I don't. And he said, can you remember the light that you could see? He goes, yeah, I can remember. Because I was floating, there was this bright light. And then Rasulullah said, look between my forehead. And then Jibreel said, by Allah, that is the same light that I saw in the heavens back then. And then he asked Rasulullah, what was the voice? Who was the voice? And he said, that was Amir al-Mu'mineen.
Allah,
your
Allah,
teacher
Allah,
telling you
Allah,
who.
Allah. Allah, يعني, these stories, we hear them a lot, but they never get old. They never get old. Muhammad Abbas Ja'far, our Shia voice finalist.
Oh yes, yes.
And
Can't forget
That
that.
was a long time ago.
We haven't forgotten.
Listen, we are proud that you came on the Shia voice, and we are happy that you blessed us because we needed someone like you, and your poems have the greatest punchlines in them. So, I know you've prepared something special today. Can we hear it, please?
You can. So just a bit of background about this poem. Every Ramadan I do a collaboration poem. So this year, on Instagram, every single day in Ramadan was allocated to one letter of the alphabet.
Okay.
And anyone who follows me would suggest one word linked to that letter, but also linked to Amir al-Mu'mineen. So by the end of the month, I had all these words from A to Z, all linking to Amir al-Mu'mineen. And I've turned that into a poem. So it's not my poem, it's everyone's poem, inshallah.
Have you become a Shia freestyler?
No, this is definitely not freestyle.
Only in football.
Huh? I said, don't bring Liverpool into this. I know Sheikh Halli has to find a moment to bring Liverpool into this. Yalla, bismillah.
Okay. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Our mothers taught us to love Ali before we could play or speak. So if you can just wait and see patiently, I'll show you how loving Ali is as simple as A, B, C.
I like that. I like that.
For A is for Amir, and A is for Ali, who is always aligned with Allah the Almighty. Abu Turab is named after Allah, as he is altruistic and astounding, admirable and amazing, articulate, affectionate. So raise your arms aloft and call out Ali, Ali, Ali. B, cause. B is for Badr and brilliance in battle.
Do that again, do that.
B is for Badr and brilliance in battle. With blade and bow, brave and bold, Ali is our beacon. Boundless and bountiful, benevolent and beautiful, like the nukta under the bar of Bismillah. And B is for Bear Shumar, because you must behold.
Go back.
Ali is our beacon.
Yeah.
Boundless and bountiful, benevolent and beautiful, like the nukta under the bar of Bismillah. And B is for
Bismillah.
because you must behold and see. That's C.
Oh!
You get it?
Did you see what he did there?
Yeah. He's gone to the next
He's
level.
just buffering still.
Yeah.
B is for buffering.
It took me a while to process that one.
You must behold and see. That C is for caliphate and crown, which were clearly captured by the most callous set of clowns from our commander, chosen by Allah, not counsel, charming, confident, courageous. And if C is for city, then D is for door. So devote your needs and dedicate your deeds to the dauntless defender of our deen, the devout and diplomatic, distinguished and dynamic, ethereal and esoteric, enlightened and energetic, empowered and enigmatic. So enter eagerly into the everlasting excellence, eminence, elegance, and eloquence of Eliah's wilaya, which is ecstatic and fantastic. For F is for Fadail. F is my favorite.
Okay, if that's your favorite, then
It's
we're
my
in
favorite
trouble.
letter.
We are in trouble. Let's hear it.
For F is for Fadail, which falls effortlessly like fragrance from the frenzied tongues of followers. For the commander of the faithful, father of orphans, fighter of freedom, for fawning friend and furious foe must face the fact that Ali was first, not fourth. For his first words were flawless, and his final word was fustu, and in between he fought fearlessly. So Jibreel flew forth proclaiming fervently, La fata illa Ali.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Ya Ali!
For Ali is a G. For Ali is a G. And God is great, and only a God who is generous could gift us a guardian so glorious, whose grandeur gives goosebumps to the good and great and grand. And if G is for Gadeer, then H is for hand. And if G is for Gadeer, then H is for hand, and H is for Haydar, which is how his honorable mother, after having him in the holy house, heralded him. Haydar, the heroic, Haydar, the humble, Haydar, the hero at Hunayn, honored with Hasnain. Haydar is with Haq, and Haq is with Haydar. Haydar, the divider of heaven and hell.
Allah.
So I will tell all of Insan about my Imam and my Islam. For I is for illustrious and incomparable, inspiring and infallible. Ali's intelligence is impeccable, incredible, invincible, immaculate, so it is incomprehensible, yet inevitable that the jealous would joust him at Jamal. For J is for Jabal, and Ali was a mountain of justice. Jeered by those who founded injustice. K is knowledge, which was kept by Ali. And K is Khayba, where Ali was Qarrar, envied by Kalimullah. And K is for Khandak, where Ali, kin of Nabi, was Kul Iman against Kul Kufr. For Ali is kind to the orphans, and keeper of Kawthar, king of believers, killer of kuffar, who will always hold the L. Like the transitions.
Amazing.
This is magic. This is magic. You didn't write this. The jinn wrote it.
Well, the people wrote it.
No. It's unreal. Unreal.
Ahsan. For this lion will leave you lying on your back.
Hey.
And he lived saying, La ilaha illallah, and that's a fact.
MashaAllah.
For Ali is a legendary leader and luminous light. And Ali is loyalty, love, laughter, life. And M is for Mi'raj, when Muhammad al-Mustafa, the most magnanimous of mankind, rose magnificently, ascended mystically, and heard the mesmerizing voice of none other than our Mizan and his mentee. The man for whom the moon moved, the man who was mentioned after Man Kuntu, the man who was who we ask for madad, the mountain of magnificence, Mawla of Marhab the malevolent, Mawla Akainat, Mazhar al-Ajaib, Master of Mu'mineen, Path of Mustaqim, Imam al-Muttaqeen, Mushkil Kusha, Aliyun al-Murtada, meaning N is for none.
Wait, we have to, come on, boys. You guys are all sleeping, by the way. I need a massive Nara Haidar, because if you're not listening...
He's dropping bars, bruv.
Jio. Ali Mawla. Ali Mawla.
Ya
Ali!
Catch your breath, because there's another one coming, inshallah.
Did you count?
Meaning N is for none. None. The number of any and every enemy who comes anywhere near Ali.
Wow.
N is for Nahj, and N is for Nafs. For he is Nafsun Nabi and Naba al-Azim, the Nuqta and Ni'mah. So make the niyat that Najaf becomes your nucleus. And let this Noor born from Nabi's nebulous nurture us, for it can negate the darkest of nights. Open an ocean of delight, for O is for obsessed, which we are with Ali.
All day.
O is for obsessed, which we are with Ali, whether oligarchs or oppressed, his outstanding oratory transforms us, it's obvious. Now we are obedient, but before Ali's oasis, oblivious to the fact that P is for poetry. Ali is poetry.
Allah.
So pause and ponder upon pilgrimage. Upon the place you pray towards, the corner that parted as perfection came forth, the people peering on as pure power poured out when the proof of Allah was born. So praise God who placed you on this prestigious path of the Prince of Believers, protector of prophethood, pillar of perseverance, peak of eloquence, pinnacle of patience and piety, who stood proudly in the face of proficient liars. He didn't care about popularity, didn't care about the passing pendulum of time, for he was always poised and primed, penning perfect prose and rhyme and prose. For Q is for queen and R is for rose.
MashaAllah.
Q is for queen and R is for rose, and Zahra was both. For she was quick to quell and quash the quarreling and questioning of the outside world until the quaking turned quiet in the heart of the living Quran.
I've never heard these words before.
It doesn't even understand what's happening right now.
Who uses Q in this?
Did you open a thesaurus?
No, so I did an English degree, which kind of explains it. Yeah.
Makes
So it
sense.
explains, yeah.
Our
Wasn't
Shia,
useful.
our Shia
except
are
for
just
this.
too
Okay,
good.
no.
Carry on.
Please.
Okay, I'm going to rewind a bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
For she was quick to quell and quash the quarreling and questioning of the outside world until the quaking turned to quiet inside the heart of the living Quran. The right hand of Rasul. And even though her rights were ransacked by a ruthless rule, she remained righteous, and now the ripe rewards of this religion she reaps. Similar to her soulmate, for S is for the supreme, the sagacious, the sublime, who stood sturdy and strong every single time. So we are now simply praying that this speaker of spectacular sayings will be surely saving his Shia from damnation.
Allah.
Serving salvation for his Sakiya Kauthar.
Allah.
Steadfast in salah, soulful in sujood, saying Saluni, Saluni.
Sheikhna, come on. Sheikhna, come on. I need a better reaction from you. Sheikhna. Sheikhna. Saying Saluni.
Saying Saluni, Saluni.
Absorbing these beautiful words.
To those who are truth seekers, T is for tawassul, tranquility, teacher. For Ali was a tower of tafasir, a temple of taqwa. Tears teeming with tawbah, tongue attesting tawheed, for this is Ali. Totally tahir, triumphant, the talking Quran, Abu Turab teaching me and you. And you is for unique, for it is undeniable that Ali is unmatched, unparalleled, unwavering, uncompromising. So understand that he was unbeatable at Siffin and Uhud. And though they usurped his rights, he remained upright. The ultimate umbrella of unity, for V is for victorious, which this visionary and valiant warrior wailed out in his final worship. W is for wilaya. W is for wilaya, which we welcome, though we are waylaid and he is wise. We are worthless and he is worthy, all the while Ali is wali, wasi, hearing whispers of wahi, which wove into him and made him exemplary.
Oh my God, I just got it.
Ali is wali, wasi, hearing whispers of wahi, which wove into him and made him exemplary. X is for exalted and Ali is exceptionally excellent. An extraordinary example. Why? Why?
How does he do this?
Because since his youth he yearned for Allah and yaqeen. Became Yasubuddin, so now we yell Ya Ali.
Ya Ali.
Ya Ali. Like every zealous zealot ever to do the ziyarah of Zawja Zahra. For Z is for Zen, which is the Zawar of Ali feel when they stand in the presence of the zenith of men, hearing Jibrail's word on the Zephyr, then see him come down from afar, calling La Fata illa Ali la Sayfa illa
Zulfiqar. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Ali. Ya Ali. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Unbelievable.
You should have read that on the final. You would have won.
You would have.
Do you know what? It's longer than 5 minutes. I would have definitely got that.
I think you should have won anyway, but let's not open.
Sheikh
It's in the
Ali.
past, Sheikh.
Sheikh Ali, some people will be upset. Sayyid Mohsin, from that poem, I want you to extract 5 fada'il and explain them.
Pick a letter.
Huh?
Yeah, pick a letter.
Q.
Oh, wow, fantastic. Q.
That's the one you didn't even understand.
Yeah, that's what I didn't
Why
get.
do you think I asked?
Yeah, caliphate with a Q.
MashaAllah. No, Sayyid Mohsin, all jokes aside, it's a happy occasion. I know you've got some fada'il that you've got for Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam.
Inshallah. I brought some with me.
Yeah.
You know, we have, virtues and some of the virtues are also titles of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Amir al-Mu'mineen, there you go, the Prince of Believers. There are some that people are not very familiar with also, which I thought we would, with the help of Sheikh, obviously. Because it wasn't written in Arabic, it was from English, and I'm thinking, okay, is this actually a var or a scene or this or that and so forth. But the first one, which some people attribute to others, but actually was for Amir al-Mu'mineen, was Sadiq, meaning the truthful. Why? Because he was the first to believe.
Yeah.
But not to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only, but to believe that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was the messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Well narrated in history that he was the first to believe and accept Islam. Most will say, oh, it was because he was a child, we don't really accept it or whatever, and they give it to others, but it was Amir al-Mu'mineen. Another one,
Can I just add something? He says, Ana Siddiq al-Akbar.
Allah.
I am the Siddiq who is the biggest, and no one else is Siddiq other than me. And whoever claims it is a liar. That's what I'm going to say. That's the words of Imam Ali.
Which is why Imam Ali was first. Correct.
Oh. No, but I feel like any person who's given a good title that we don't revere is probably taken from Ali.
It's the same with Fadail. I mean, many times they just, Ana Madinatul Ilm wa Aliyun Babuha. So now I came through this beautiful Husayniyah through the door. You go to the house through the door. All of a sudden, somebody is the window and the other person's the back door. And,
the chimney.
No one enters through a house or a city through the window except that they're a thief.
Wait, who's coming through the chimney?
Father Christmas. So when they put these ahadith, they're struggling because the Prophet chose the best description to have for Amir al-Mu'mineen, but they've got to have something similar, but then they mess it up completely for them. And then they make it very uncomfortable.
Because Sheikh, like what you said, that he was a Sadiq and the only Sadiq. Because my next one is Farouk.
Yes.
Being the distinguisher. Right?
Yeah.
The distinguisher. Now, this was given to Amir al-Mu'mineen by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam because he distinguished between haqq and batil. But also, from the way I can see it as well, he is the distinguisher between haqq and batil. I mean, if you have Amir al-Mu'mineen in the walaya, then you are on haqq. And if you don't have it, then
you're on batil.
God save you.
As in the great words of our dear brother Hussein Teft, if you don't believe in the wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ali ibn Abi Talib, alayhi salam, you get a one-way ticket, no transit, first class, straight to hell. Our dear brothers and sisters, we are now joined by the Sajid party who will be reciting for us for Eid al-Gadeer. We welcome them with a great salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Bismillah, shabab. Second salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
علی بناتے ہیں مولا، علی بناتے ہیں، خدا کے ہاتھوں سے دنیا علی بناتے ہیں، علی بناتے ہیں مولا، علی بناتے ہیں، خدا کے ہاتھوں سے دنیا علی بناتے ہیں، علی بناتے ہیں مولا، علی بناتے ہیں، علی بناتے ہیں مولا، علی بناتے ہیں، فقط وہ 14 ہیں جن کو خدا بناتا ہے، فقط وہ 14 ہیں جن کو خدا بناتا ہے جو بھی کے علاوہ علی بناتے ہیں، علی بناتے ہیں مولا، علی بناتے ہیں، علی بناتے ہیں مولا، علی بناتے ہیں، یہ بات خلقت آدم سے ہو گئی ثابت، یہ بات خلقت آدم سے ہو گئی ثابت، کوئی نبی نہیں بنتا علی بناتے ہیں، علی بناتے ہیں مولا، علی بناتے ہیں، علی بناتے ہیں مولا، علی بناتے ہیں، منافقین کی مجھ کو خبر نہیں، لیکن منافقین کی مجھ کو خبر نہیں، لیکن حلال ذاتوں کا چہرہ علی بناتے ہیں، علی بناتے ہیں مولا، علی بناتے ہیں، علی بناتے ہیں مولا، علی بناتے ہیں میرے 11 اماموں پہ بھی علی واجب ہے، میرے بناتے ہیں علی بناتے ہیں مولا علی بناتے ہیں علی بناتے ہیں مولا علی بناتے ہیں کلیل ہو کے عبادت بھی کم نہیں ہوتی کلیل ہو کے عبادت بھی کم نہیں ہوتی ہمارے کام کو زیادہ علی بناتے ہیں علی بناتے ہیں مولا علی بناتے ہیں علی بناتے ہیں مولا علی بناتے ہیں عکس تیرا رجب کا ہے 4 شعباں میں ہے عکس تیرا رجب کا ہی 4 شعباں میں علی شریک بھی اپنا علی بناتے ہیں علی بناتے ہیں مولا علی بناتے ہیں علی بناتے ہیں مولا علی بناتے ہیں علی کا نام تشہد میں روح پھونکتا ہے علی کا نام تشہد میں روح پھونکتا ہے میری نماز کو زندہ علی بناتے ہیں علی بناتے ہیں مولا علی بناتے ہیں علی بناتے ہیں مولا علی بناتے ہیں حسین کے لیے عباس کی ضرورت ہے حسین کے لیے عباس کی ضرورت ہے باحکم فاطمہ زہرا علی بناتے ہیں علی بناتے ہیں مولا علی بناتے ہیں علی بناتے ہیں مولا علی بناتے ہیں حرم کو قبلہ بنایا تو اس میں حیرت کیا حرم کو قبلہ بنایا تو اس میں حیرت کیا ہماری قبر کو کعبہ علی بناتے ہیں علی بناتے ہیں مولا علی بناتے بناتے ہیں علی بناتے ہیں مولا علی بناتے ہیں مباہلائے میں یہ کس کا ہے نقش پاموں سے مباہلے میں یہ کس کا ہے نقش پاموں سے کہ جس کا حق پہ پردہ علی بناتے ہیں علی بناتے ہیں مولا علی بناتے ہیں علی والا سونا لگتا ہے 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 علی والا اس بھی میدان وچوں سن لے سن لے سن لے نہیں بجدا ہے علی والا سونا لگتا ہے علی والا علی مولا مولا علی مولا علی مولا مولا علی مولا علی مولا مولا علی مولا مار کے بودلا سائیں جس دم ہانڈیاں دے وچ پایا علی مولا مولا علی مولا علی مولا مولا علی مولا مار کے بودلا سائیں جس دم ہانڈیاں دے وچ پایا تیور بدلے لال سخی دے جوش شباز نو آیا تیور بدلے لال سخی دے جوش شباز نو آیا بود لکتے وے تو ہسا جا 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 تینو سڈ دے علی والا سونا لگتا ہے علی والا علی مولا مولا علی مولا علی مولا مولا علی مولا لگتا ہے علی والا سونا لگتا ہے علی والا اللہم صلی
Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. I think we thank the Sajid party. Thank you very much, my dear brothers, for coming on and blessing us with your voices. I think our producer told them that we love to listen to these things because Sayyid Muhsin was doing an excellent job translating. The one with the Kaaba was made into a Qibla because Haydar was in it.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. I think we're starting something new here. You know, our Shia have good bars, right?
Alhamdulillah.
Right, we are asking our dear Sheikh. Sheikhna, I want a story about Gadeer.
Oh. Well, I mean, you know, the beauty about Imam Ali alayhi salam.
بس Abu Sidik. Just don't give us the generic stories because they've all heard it.
No, not generic stories. Don't
Yalla.
worry.
Yalla. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yalla.
Wish I have as good poem as.
Can I say it?
So, okay. So one of the beautiful things about Imam Ali alayhi salam is there's so many wonderful fada'il that people have learnt and applied it into their own lives, into their own situations. I think that's what makes him so amazing. I heard one of the scholars say, you know, we have this amazing hadith of the Holy Prophet that says, Ana wa Ali min shajaratin wahida. I and Ali are from one tree, wa baqi nas min shajarin shatta. And the rest of the people are from different trees. And he said, how can you split this one tree, which is the Prophet and Imam Ali, and have others in the middle, and then call it one tree? So
Yeah, no.
Amir al-Mu'mineen and the Holy Prophet is one tree that cannot be
good one.
split
That's a
and
good
have
one.
1, 2, 3, and then Imam Ali alayhi salam. In Mecca, I remembered this interesting story that happened between a scholar who was from the school of Ahl al-Bayt. He was
Sheikh
praying. No.
Is that his
don't
name?
worry. It's not me. I wish it was. So he finished praying, and then somebody next to him, other Muslim, said, "Oh, you pray differently. Are you from the Shia?" He said, "Yes, I am." So he said, "Very well." So when he finished, he took this person with him to go to the bookshop. There was a bookshop in Mecca, which they wanted to kind of have to explain to this person some of the virtues of the Ahl al-Bayt. So the Shia scholar was looking at the books and searching to provide some of the lights of the Ahl al-Bayt to this individual. All of a sudden, the bookshop keeper comes to the Shia scholar and says, "Why are you looking only for the books related to the family of the Prophet?" He said, "Because I'm a follower of Ali, and I have this person, and I want to show him some of the virtues of Ali from your own books." He said, "You know what I have as a problem with you, the Shia?" This is who? The bookshop keeper. He said to the scholar, he said, "My problem with you is you exaggerate Gadeer. That Gadeer is a day whereby the Prophet announced his friendship and love to Ali ibn Abi Talib. And that's it. Why do you make it such a grand celebration and make it the greatest Eid? This is too much." So the Shia scholar said to him, "I am willing to debate you and to discuss this subject with you, and we could sit and I'll provide you with evidence to show you why we care so much about Gadeer and why is it so important. So let's do that." It's a fair thing. So the bookshop keeper said, "We can set a time and we can sit and I'll debate you." He said, "Very well, but my condition is we do it right now. Because I don't know, I'll be traveling somewhere, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's just do it now. Let's go somewhere and have this debate. I'll show you the hadith, right? Over 300 of your scholars have talked about Gadeer and its importance and from your books." The bookshop keeper said, "No, I can't do it now. We have to do it another time." He said, "Why can't you do it now?" He said, "Because I can't leave this bookshop and go somewhere else, because who's going to take over? Who's going to sell the books? Who's going to be in charge here? So how can you suggest this? I need someone here to look after the bookshop." The scholar stood up to him and says, "You have a few hundred books and you're not willing to leave it without having someone to look after it. You expect Allah and the Prophet to leave Islam without appointing a successor to look after the religion."
فرحة عالية
So
بالقصة.
it's logical. Gadeer is rational. Gadeer is intellectual. It is any person who sits and thinks and ponders. It has to happen, and it needs to happen for the religion of Islam to be protected and preserved and for it to spread everywhere. And the celebration that we have, and this is a very important message that some people who may not be acquainted with why the Shias emphasize on it so much. And I have to say, alhamdulillah, seeing the presence of so many of our brothers and sisters, followers and the lovers of Ali ibn Abi Talib on social media around these days for Eid al-Gadeer has been wonderful. Especially what's happening in countries like Iraq and Najaf and Karbala with the grand celebrations. And you know why that is?
So beautiful.
Because for the first time in the history of Iraq, Day of Gadeer is a national holiday.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a national holiday now.
It's passed by the parliament a few months ago,
Okay.
but there was a huge uproar.
Yeah.
Some people did not like it. They said, "What is this?" And the Shia came out with strength. And this is a day of our identity. We will not take it lightly. Why is it that that's the case? Allama Amini wrote this amazing compilation of Gadeer. You know, the encyclopedia of Gadeer. Do you know how many years it took him to do it? 50 years.
Whoa.
50 years to compile all the evidence and the hadith. We can't talk about Gadeer for a few hours when a man who sought to present the evidence took him 50 years. But he was asked, "Why did you choose Gadeer? Why didn't you choose, for example, another event?" He said, "I want to make sure that Gadeer is not forgotten the way Ashura is forgotten."
Allah.
You know, about how Imam Hussein's tragedy is not upheld by many Muslims. He said, we have to keep Gadeer's light, illuminated, so that it is preserved and throughout generations that people understand its greatness and significance.
Ahsantum Shaykhna. That was a lovely story, not generic. You know, fair play to the Shaykh. Like our scholars say and like we say, you have over 100,000 radiyallahu an. We have 14 alayhi salams. That's all we have. Brothers and sisters, we're going to play a quick clip for our Eid al-Gadeer special, praying for you, basically from our team, praying for you live from Karbala. Stay tuned and we'll be right back.
أنا حبي علي وغرامي علي.
On the auspicious occasion of Eid al-Gadeer, you have the amazing opportunity to send a sadaqah jariyah of $72 and reserve a special ziyarah of Mawlana Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib Asadallah al-Ghalib from the holy land of Najaf. This complete ziyarah will be performed with all the recommended a'mal and rituals on behalf of your hajat and marhumeen in the holy shrine of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. After completing the ziyarah, you will also receive follow-up pictures and videos of your ziyarah and the names from the holy shrine. WhatsApp our Karbala office now to send your sadaqah and reserve your special ziyarah.
Have a duty towards the preservation and the propagation of the message of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Indeed, one of the best ways to work towards the reappearance of Imam al-Mahdi ajjalallahu ta'ala farajul sharif is through promoting the values of Karbala. Imam Hussein Media Group is the only Shia television network that broadcasts globally in 5 different languages: Arabic, Farsi, Turkish, Urdu, and English. We are appealing to the lovers of Imam Hussein alayhi salam worldwide to support the channel such that it may continue its global operations. Imam Hussein Media Group is seeking 1,000 partners to pledge to a £14 contribution per month. This will allow the channel to sustain its operating costs as we continue to spread the message of Imam Hussein alayhi salam in multiple languages across the globe. You be a part of this great legacy and donate today. You can pledge in 2 ways. www.imamhussein3.tv/donate will take you direct to our donation page where you can pledge monthly. Or you can call or WhatsApp us on 0044 793 9917163. Imam Hussein TV, your gateway to Karbala.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters, to this Eid al-Gadeer live special that we have here on Imam Hussein TV. We've fired shots, we've read, we've given fada'il, we've done everything, and we're going to continue to do more. This is the biggest day, painful. The biggest Eid that there is. Huh?
You mean painful?
Nerf. Sayyid Mahsin.
Yes, Brother Minhal, Khafaji, my buddy.
We do hear a lot. Where is it in the Quran? Where is it in the Quran?
Yes.
Shia, where is it in the Quran?
Yes.
Show me where it is in the Quran. Where Ali is in the Quran. Show me Ali in the Quran.
So the most famous one everyone talks about is Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 55, in
56.
regards to. It's 55,
no, 55 and 56.
But it's in regards to giving charity and so forth. I was lucky enough to do a bit more studying today and research, and I managed to find some other very, very interesting ayah in regards to Amir al-Mu'mineen.
Did you and Sheikh Ali spend the day studying together?
Sheikh Ali knows a lot more than I do.
It's wonderful to study.
It is very interesting. So, Sheikh, with your permission.
تفضل حبيبي تفضل.
Would you like to say one before I start?
لا I want to benefit. I want to benefit from you.
So, going into some, what I tried to do was look at where we could find Amir al-Mu'mineen in the Quran. What's the biggest surah? Which surah has the most ayahs?
Yeah.
Which one?
Baqarah.
Exactly. verse 2 of Surah Baqarah. Verse 2 of Surah Baqarah. First one is Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alif Lam Mim.
ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
ذلك الكتاب لا ريب.
Yeah, don't worry, I know my Quran.
This is the book in which there is no doubt. This is the book which there is no doubt.
Yeah.
Sah? According to Abu Basir, quotes from Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. Ali alayhi salam is meant by the word book, and there is no doubt that he is the guide to all pious ones. Now Shaykh is going to ask me, where did I get that from? Please.
Yeah, where did you get it from?
Bahar al-Anwar, volume 35, page 402.
How many volumes in Bahar al-Anwar?
Oh, it's about,
is it?
It's about 40, oh, it's more. I thought it was about 30, 40, more. 100, mashallah. Sticking with Surah Baqarah, we've got more. If you go to Surah Baqarah, verse 185. Allah desires to give you comfort and not hardship. According to Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, again, the comfort here is Amirul Mu'mineen Imam Ali. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to give you Imam Ali, not hardship. As in, the other ones will make your life difficult. They will take you away. Yeah. Only you find peace and comfort in Amirul Mu'mineen. Shaykhna, ask me where it was from.
Where is it from?
Bihar al-Anwar, volume 35, page 126. Again, Surah Baqarah, verse 265. Though, like those who spend their wealth to seek the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, was that the right one? Yes, it is. Was revealed in honor of Amirul Mu'mineen, who spent a lot of his wealth to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Shaykhna, ask me.
Where is it from?
This one is from the tafsir of Ayashi, volume 1, page 148. Do you want more?
Do we take from tafsir Ayashi?
Yes, of course we do.
It's one of our established tafsir.
No, because I have to ask, just in case someone says, oh, it's unreliable, oh, it's from whatever chain. We have to ask the scholars. Yeah. Carry on, Sayyid Muhsin.
I've got another one similar to that one. It's from Surah Baqarah, verse 274. And that is those who spend their wealth in the way of God openly and in secret was in honor of Amirul Mu'mineen as well. That's from Bihar al-Anwar, volume 41, page 35. I've got more ayah if you want.
By the way, just on that one,
yeah.
That's a quite established story in the Quran where Imam Ali alayhi salam, he had 4 gold coins, and he gave one at night, one during the day, one in public and one in private. الذين ينفقون أموالهم في الليل والنهار سرا وعلانية.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do you know the philosophy behind that? Why day? Why night?
Yes.
Why in public? Because we're taught not to do.
Absolutely. And this shows that sometimes if you're, of course, Imam Ali alayhi salam's intention and sincerity cannot be asked, cannot be in any shape or form questioned. And incidentally, just a few days ago, 2 days ago on Saturday, I was, 3 days ago, I was at the Khandaq site. The Battle of the Trench, you know, when you go in Medina and you go see these sites and you stand there, and the only thing that you can think about is that, you know, amazing moment where, you know, Amir al-Mu'mineen returns back from the killing of Amr ibn Abdul Wud al-Amiri, where the Prophet of Islam says, لَضَرْبَةُ عَلِيٍّ يَوْمَ الْخَنْدَقِ أَفْضَلُ مِنْ عِبَادَةُ الثَّقَلَيْنِ. That the strike of Ali on the day of Khandaq is greater than the worship of human beings and the jinn combined. And incidentally, the Battle of Khandaq never made it to films like The Message. And today, if you ask many Muslims, what is Gadeer, they'll tell you, I don't know. If you ask them, what happened in Khandaq, they'll tell you, I don't know. They'll tell you Badr, they'll tell you Uhud, a little bit here and there. But Khandaq is the only surah in the Quran that's named after a battle. Chapter 33, Surah Al-Ahzab. There's no Surah Al-Badr or Surah Uhud or Hunayn or Khaybar, even though those are important. But the only surah that's mentioned, it's actually named after a battle, is Ahzab, chapter 33. It's such an important, pivotal battle. That battle, why did the Prophet say that the strike of Ali is greater than the worship of human beings and the jinn combined? It's because of his ikhlas. It was entirely done for the sake of Allah. When the la'een, he spat on his face, he moved away, as most of us are aware. This one, he gave it at public and in private, public to encourage people to say give charity. Because imagine if we all do it in private, nobody sees that anybody's giving. But once your niyyah is pure and unadulterated, then you give in public. Sometimes you have to give it during the day so that people see. Sometimes in the night when people are poor and nobody can see you. So it's all part of disseminating and spreading the right message, for sure.
So that was on that ayah. Sheikhna, one more, or do you want to tell your story? I want to hear your story.
It's up to Sayyid Muhsin, whatever.
Do you know, 'cause you know what it reminds you? It reminds you of when I was a kid and my dad used to read me a better كان يا ما كان في قديم الزمان.
Stories are the most powerful way to.
Oh, they're so good.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
They're amazing. Okay. Do you want me to?
Yeah, please, Sheikhna, please.
So,
please.
I came across this wonderful story how some of our youngsters, some of our children, if they're brought up and raised in the love of Ali and in the wilayah of Ahl al-Bayt, truly they can be the defenders of wilayah. As the famous poet says, لا عذب الله أمي أنها شربت حب الوصي وغذتنيه في اللبن وكان لي والد يهوى أبا حسن فصرت من ذي وذا أهوى أبا حسن. That may Allah never punish my mother because she fed me the love of Ali through the milk. And my father loved Ali and taught me the service of Ali, and therefore from both my mother and my father I have brought up in the love of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Now this young man, he was in a country where there are many who despise or unfortunately mistreat Shias. So in his class, he was a young man, maybe 10, 11, and his teacher was telling them about the Prophet's life and everything. So the Prophet, the individual, the teacher never mentioned Gadeer, as is the case. And the student put his hands up and said, you didn't mention the incident of Gadeer Khum. And the teacher said, no, that's not significant because it was just a declaration of friendship that Ali was a friend of the Prophet, so we don't talk about it. So the student waited for a while. After maybe an hour or two, the teacher said to the class, I am leaving the class to go and get some work done, photocopies, whatever. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I will have this young boy to be in charge. You know, it's done. When I was studying in Iran, that happens a lot in India, Pakistan, in Iran, Iraq. The teacher leaves and then gets one child to be his deputy. So to make sure that I've been a deputy. You have been,
in the Shia school in Denmark. Shout out to Gadeer school. Wallah, it was called Madrasa al-Gadeer.
Oh, mashallah. Amazing. I've been as well, so it's just very common. So and he came back. He saw the class was settled, everyone was doing their work, so he said to him, sit down. Before he sat down, the student looked at his teacher and said the famous lines similar to the earlier story. He said, you left for 5 minutes and made sure that somebody's in charge of the classroom. How can you just say that Islam was left without somebody in charge? This is illogical. So the teacher became angry and said, you are teaching me. You're expelled from the school. You can't be teaching me and teach in front of the students. You're embarrassing me. Because sometimes when we give a good intellectual argument, it embarrasses people, right? So he said, tomorrow, go to the head teacher, and the head teacher will sign your papers that you're expelled. So the student goes to the head teacher. The head teacher tells him, tomorrow you bring your wali, guardian. Yes? And you will get the papers signed that you're expelled from the school. Next day he comes. The head teacher's in his room. Knocks on the door, says, come in. He comes in by himself. He says, where's your wali? He says, outside. He says, bring him so that we sign the papers. So he brings who? His friend. And another 10-year-old. So this 10-year-old sits next to him. The teacher angrily stands up and says, I told you to bring your wali. Do you not understand Arabic? The student said, I do, but this is your teaching. He said, what do you mean? He says, my teacher told me on the day of Gadeer, the Prophet says, Man kuntu mawla, means whomsoever I am the friend, that Ali is the friend. I put my friend. He said to him, how dare you? Wali means your guardian, someone who has authority over you. He stood up. He says, I'm leaving the school, but let it be known that Allah commanded the Prophet to say, whomsoever I have authority, Ali is the authority. There is no other meaning for the word Mawla. And by the way, this whole 27, 30 meanings for the word Mawla is part of a plan to distort Gadeer, because Gadeer, the meaning of Mawla in the Quran, by the definition of the majority of Mufassirin and Arabic linguists, lexicographers, is authority. Yes, Allah subhanahu.
How many different meanings?
30.
30?
30. But the Quran is quite clear. The majority of them, when you look at them, it's clear. أَلَسْتُ أَوْلَى بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ مِنْ أَنفُسِهِمْ. Before the Prophet raised the hands of Ali, he made the context clear. He says, do I not have the wilaya over the believers more than they have over themselves? He doesn't say أَلَسْتُ أَوْلَى بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ مِنْ أَنفُسِهِمْ, that I am friends with you over yourselves. It doesn't make any sense, right? So this is an example of how our youth can keep the flag of Gadeer and the wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen through intellectual discourses and be able to present this message that can easily be, inshallah, absorbed and understood.
Shaykhna, you said there's 30 meanings. Can I make it 31?
Go ahead.
Can I add my own meaning?
Yes.
غصباً عليكم. Muhammad Abbas Ja'far. I think you've got a poem for us. It can be just a short, what do you call it? Stanza?
Stanza?
Yeah?
Oh, wow.
Is that what you call it?
Okay, yeah.
Nice, mashallah.
Well,
He went to school.
Okay, I'm gonna change. I had a different one, but I'm gonna change it.
صل على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
If I can find it.
وجل فرجهم والأمادهم.
Second louder صلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل
محمد. Found it?
No.
15th louder صلوات. Allah. 31st louder. اللهم صل على محمد.
Found it.
Okay,
Hassan.
You got there.
This is in one of your recent trips to Hajj, and the story you told us about being in front of Rukn Yamani, where Imam Ali came forth. What I'm about to tell you is all truth, no fable. What I'm about to tell you is all truth, no fable. However, when others hear it, kuffar, they'll have us labeled. Musa was put in a basket, Isa was born in a stable. Musa was put in a basket, Isa was born in a stable, but Allah turned his own house into Ali's cradle. That's the stanza. You wanted a stanza.
I would like to say a huge thank you to Sheikh Muhammad Al-Hilli. I know he is very, very tired. Just traveled back from Mecca and Medina to be with us for Eid al-Gadeer. He was at the birthplace of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. We need to get barakah from him right there. I'd like to thank also my other guests. Brothers and sisters, we're not done, but we'll say goodbye to them for now. And inshallah, if they can, they'll join us later on in the show. But we'll have other guests on here, inshallah. But stay with us after this very, very short break.
Have a duty towards the preservation and the propagation of the message of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Indeed, one of the best ways to work towards the reappearance of Imam al-Mahdi ajjalallahu ta'ala farajul sharif is through promoting the values of Karbala. Imam Hussein Media Group is the only Shia television network that broadcasts globally in 5 different languages: Arabic, Farsi, Turkish, Urdu, and English. We are appealing to the lovers of Imam Hussein alayhi salam worldwide to support the channel such that it may continue its global operations. Imam Hussein Media Group is seeking 1,000 partners to pledge to a £14 contribution per month. This will allow the channel to sustain its operating costs as we continue to spread the message of Imam Hussein alayhi salam in multiple languages across the globe. You be a part of this great legacy and donate today. You can pledge in 2 ways. www.imamhussein3.tv/donate will take you direct to our donation page where you can pledge monthly. Or you can call or WhatsApp us on 0044 793 9917163. Imam Hussein TV, your gateway to Karbala.
It really is the discussion concerning arguably one of the most famous splits within the religion of Islam, and of course that is the Shia-Sunni split. Here what you have that's very interesting is a wonderful title, Talbis Iblis. Iblis is deception of the Shia. The Shia are a group of heretics who deserve no defense whatsoever, and that these people are disbelievers in the religion of Islam. You cannot guide who you want to guide. Allah guides who He wants to guide. I smashed the Shia. Shia got demolished. Shia got ripped at Speaker's Corner. Shia got annihilated. Let's open up those discussions as well. And then let the people decide ultimately not whether to become Sunni or Shia.
لا تخليني يا حيدر
دخلك يا ناحي الابواب انت الباب الرباني نحن ترابك يا ابو تراب غيرك ما إلنا تاني
بدر احد والاحزاب اضرب خيبر شو اللي صار لو بدك من بعد الباب شلت القلعة يا كرار حيدر غوث الدين والملهوب اسمك.
We have different guests onto this segment, starting from my immediate left-hand side, Sheikh Mustafa Masood and brother Abbas Lalji and Mullah, I'm going to say Mullah, Ali Hassan Jigani. Assalamu alaikum to you all. Before I come on to our dear respected guests, we're going to go to Sajid and team, or the Sajid party, to recite for us Bismillah.
لجپالے علی
جو لگیاں نبھا جان دے بڑا لجپالے علی جو لگیاں نبھا جان دے بڑا لجپالے علی جو لگیاں نبھا جان دے جدے کولوں تو سڑنا ہے جدے کولوں تو سڑنا ہے او عرش تیرا جان دے بڑا لجپالے علی جو لگیاں نبھا جان دے بڑا لجپالے علی جو لگیاں نبھا جان دے جدے کولوں تو سڑنا ہے جدے کولوں تو سڑنا ہے او عرش تیرا جان دے بڑا لجپالے علی جو لگیاں نبھا جان دے بڑا لجپالے علی جو لگیاں نبھا جان دے سونا میرا مولا علی رحیم تے کریم علی سونا میرا مولا علی رحیم تے کریم علی تو کیڑے تو لے انسان تئی تو کیڑے تو لے انسان تئی رزق وڈا جان دے بڑا لجپالے علی جو لگیاں نبھا جان دے بڑا لجپالے علی جو لگیاں نبھا جان دے سونا میرا مولا علی نبی دا وزیر علی سونا میرا مولا علی نبی دا وزیر علی جو اپنے درد بندیانو جو اپنے درد بندیانو کلندر بڑا جان دے بڑا لجپالے علی جو لگیاں نبھا جان دے بڑا لجپالے علی جو لگیاں نبھا جان دے سونا میرا مولا علی نواب دا نواب علی سونا میرا مولا علی نواب دا نواب علی تو اپنے گھر درا پلے آئے تو اپنے گھر درا پلے آئے او جنتا تیرا جان دے بڑا لجپالے علی جو لگیاں نبھا جان دے بڑا لجپالے علی جو لگیاں نبھا جان دے سونا میرا پیر غازی ہے جدے تے بی بی زہرا راضی ہے سونا میرا پیر غازی ہے جدے تے بی بی زہرا راضی ہے کہ او کھیوے سیدانا جو کھیوے سیدانا کرن وفا جان دے بڑا لجپالے علی جو لگیاں نبھا جان دے بڑا لجپالے علی جو لگیاں نبھا جان دے جدے کولوں تو سڑنا ہے جدے کولوں تو سڑنا ہے او عرش تیرا جان دے بڑا لجپالے علی جو لگیاں نبھا جان دے بڑا لجپالے علی
محمد
وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن عدوهم. Salam alaikum to my dear guests.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
How are we today? Wallah, I miss you so much.
Habibi, I miss you too.
How is Najaf?
Alhamdulillah, very well with the barakah of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Salamullah.
Ba'ad, you've come from Najaf, you've got the barakah of Najaf. Speak to me about Najaf. Najaf and its people.
I haven't been there for quite a few weeks, by the way.
I said that, pretend you have. This good?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah alladhi ja'alana min al-mutamassikin. بولاية سيدي ومولاي أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب عليه أفضل الصلاة والسلام.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
At the moment, it's every Shia's dream to be in the holy city of Mecca. On this day, the day of Eid al-Gadeer, Allah's greatest Eid. I'm sure there are hearts that wish to be in the holy city of Najaf, and even though we're physically not there,
we all wish to be in Najaf.
Yeah, physically we're not there, but alhamdulillah, I think every heart is in the holy city of Najaf for Eid al-Gadeer. And I think Eid al-Gadeer is like I know it's a different occasion to Muharram, but I always see Eid al-Gadeer as a stepping stone towards preparing yourself for Muharram. One of the sha'iras of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is obviously celebrating the Eid of Gadeer, and one of the greatest sha'air is the sha'air of Aba Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam. So I feel like when Gadeer comes, brings the Shia together, it's a day where I think should be the most important day in the Shia calendar, and I've seen this year, alhamdulillah, the majalis that have taken place are so many. Whether it's the Iraqi community, the Pakistanis, the Indian community, the Khoja community. MashaAllah, I counted just today, the day of Gadeer, over 45 majalis just in London for Eid al-Gadeer in different languages.
I just want to cut you there, Sheikh Mustafa. Brothers and sisters, as he is studying in the holy city of Najaf, Sheikh Mustafa has promised everyone behind the scenes and us here an Eidiyah straight from the holy city of Najaf. He can't back away from it because he's on live TV. Because I've thrown him under the bus. Hey, Sheikh.
No, that's fine. Inshallah, I will be incidentally with Mullah Abbas very soon in Karbala and Najaf. So inshallah, yes. For Ziyarat al-Arba'in, obviously.
Inshallah.
So inshallah, together, inshallah, we'll make dua for everyone at the channel, and that could be the idea. I think that's the best gift you can offer anyone. Usually, by the way, I don't know how it is in the Pakistani, Khoja, Indian communities, but usually the ideas on the day of Gadeer are usually given by Sayyids. Because we always say, هذا عيد جدكم Amir al-Mu'mineen, it's the Eid of your grandfather, Amir al-Mu'mineen. So inshallah, if there are Sayyids and the head of the Sayyids here today is the Sayyid Murtada al-Husseini and Sayyid Muhsin Shah. Inshallah, they promised me, because they promised me financial idea. So not dua like
and Nawab is here as well.
Oh, yes, and the Sayyid Nawab, mashallah, there's 4 of them. So inshallah, from all 4, we can get an idea. So Sayyid Murtada, inshallah, I've heard, I don't know if it's true, could be just rumors, but I've heard that Abu Amir is the banker for Sayyid Murtada. And Abu Amir, inshallah, would distribute the ideas, inshallah, to all the non-Sayyids. Incidentally, if you go to the city of Mashhad, I don't know if it takes place in other cities. In Mashhad, if you're a mu'ammam with a black turban and you're walking on the street on the day of Eid al-Gadeer, you better get yourself ready to give money. Because people, I'm not joking, people will queue up, and maybe people that have lived in Iran will know this. People will queue up if they see any Sayyids, they'll queue up and they say Eidiyah.
Really?
And I think it's also in Najaf, they'll ask for an Eidiyah. So the Sayyids usually they have a envelope in the side pockets. These come in handy, by the way. They just look nice. These are the only things that I wear. You have like 6. I don't know why they. No, it makes sense why they have 6 pockets now, though. But there's like 2 over here, 3 over here. There's like 7, 8 pockets you have in your sayas. It makes sense. I think 1 pocket. You know, to give 1 pocket, you receive. Alhamdulillah, collect.
You're saying.
Am I talking about Fada'il of Amir al-Mu'mineen, or am I just talking about Fada'il of being a Sayyid?
No, because we wanted the idea from Sayyid Mustafa Mas'ud.
No.
Sheikh Mustafa Mas'ud.
The Sayyids, inshallah, will give us all ideas.
Inshallah. Sheikhna, eat the grape, pretend Nabi hai. I'll just go to the brothers here.
Why not?
Inshallah.
Let's hear
Mullah Abbas Lalji. The brothers tell me that you are one of the biggest reciters in Urdu, right?
Yes, in Urdu
Urdu.
and Punjabi.
Okay.
What other language? هي لو أردو لو Punjabi. لا الفارسي. بالعربي راح
Well,
يقال.
he could
I've
recite
done
Farsi.
something in Farsi,
See?
but no, it's
Yeah,
not that much.
Sheikh Muslim
Not
tried
that
to throw me under the bus, it didn't work. Do you have a recitation for us that you would
Yes,
kindly
inshallah.
recite? Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. First of all, I would like to thank the Imam Hussein TV for inviting me on this show. I've heard that it's been going very well so far. I won't take too much of your time. Just something I released. One of my latest releases is a Manqabat.
Free promotion.
No. It was in honor of Amir al-Mu'mineen for the occasion of Gadeer. So,
Habibi, Bismillah.
inshallah, with your permission, all of you, inshallah. Wa Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
ईदों के लिए है ईद का दिन, घर घर को सजाया जाता है। ईदों के लिए है ईद का दिन, ईदों के लिए है ईद का दिन, घर घर को सजाया जाता है। मौला को मौला मैदान में मिंबर पे बनाया जाता है। ईदों के लिए है ईद का दिन।
I'm trying to give a bit of a translation as we're going through it.
Yeah, because let me finish this. Last people I'm eating.
जब जिक्र अली का होता है,
Hallelujah.
जब उनकी बातें होती हैं, जब जिक्र अली का होता है, जब उनकी बातें होती है, लगता है जैसे उर्दू में कुरान सुनाया जाता है।
Particularly speaking about the language of Urdu, it's saying that जब ज़िक्र अली का होता है.
Yeah, because Ali was smiling a lot, so that means it was good.
जब उनकी बातें होती, so in like when we're remembering the praises of Imam alayhi salam, when conversations are happening about the praises of Imam alayhi salam, लगता है जैसे उर्दू में, and specifically in Urdu, Quran sunaya jata hai, it's as if the Quran has been recited.
MashaAllah.
लगता है,
It sounds so boring in English, guys. I'm sorry.
No, it sounds beautiful, amazing.
है जैसे उर्दू में कुरान सुनाया जाता है। सूरज की तपिश सहरा की तपिश और उस पे विलायत का ऐलान, विलायत का ऐलान। क्या रोज है आज मुनाफिक को हर रुख से जलाया जाता है। ईदों के लिए है ईद का दिन.
In this verse it's saying सूरज की तपिश, सहरा की तपिश. So in the sense that where the occasion of Gadeer took place, where it happened, the burning sun. So from one element was the burning sun. From another element, the burning desert.
Okay.
And then obviously on top of that, the third element was the announcement of Gadeer as well.
Oh.
So it's saying with all these elements, three things combined together were there to basically bring fire towards the enemies. So people who have hatred towards Imam.
Subhanallah, amazing.
क्या रोज है आज मुनाफिक को हर रुख से जलाया जाता है ईदों के लिए है ईद का दिन और ऐलान विलायत की खातिर फितरत को बदलता है
Allah, 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 Allah.
ऐलान विलायत की खातिर फितरत को बदलता है खालिक अंधों को दिखाया जाता है बहरों को सुनाया जाता है
Subhanallah, subhanallah, subhanallah.
It's saying that in this occasion, so much is as so is that even God will change even natural elements in the world for this day. That so much so that the deaf can hear what's happening and the blind could also see what's happening. They could witness what happened.
अंधों को दिखाया जाता है बहरों को सुनाया जाता है.
And the last verse,
हम नादे अली जब पढ़ते हैं क्यों जलते हो ये फितरत है हम नादे अली जब पढ़ते हैं क्यों जलते हो ये फितरत है जब मुश्किल सर पर आती है अपनों को बुलाया जाता है ईदों के लिए है ईद का दिन
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. By the way, the control you have over your voice is outstanding. MashaAllah.
Thank you so much.
MashaAllah. Sheikh Mustafa, I'm going to come to you. You know in Iraq, when you drink cold water in the heat, what do we say? Yusallim? Sallim al qalb.
I've never heard that.
Just pretend like you have. I want a story. I'm from Najaf.
Okay, maybe in Samoa they say سلم على. Yeah. تريد القصة يسلم على قلبه.
Look up there. I want a story that is just going to hit you. Just make me artah. Make me calm. Make me happy.
أحسنت. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the Quran اليوم وأكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي. Allah mentions two things on the day of Gadeer: ikmal of the religion, wa itmam wa ni'mah. Scholars of tafsir say, why does he use ikmal when it comes to religion and itmam when it comes to ni'mah?
Okay.
Ikmal, religion.
Yeah. Itmam.
Itmam, ni'mah.
Okay.
Ni'mah is what? Blessings.
Blessings.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so we'll start backwards with itmam first. Both, by the way, mean completion, but itmam is just completion, ikmal is completion, perfection.
Okay.
Completion / perfection. So for example, I'll give you an example that you'll understand in Arabic and others can relate to. When someone, for example, has a new child, they say itmamul khilqah. Itmamul khilqah means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made him physically, his khilqah, his eyes, his nose, his hands, his physical being, is itmam, is complete. So they say itmamul khalqa. They'll never say ikmal. Very rarely. Al-kamalu lillah. Perfection is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So itmamun ni'mah, why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, look, I've given you endless blessings. In du'as, by the way, of the Ahlul Bayt, if we talk about ni'mah, they always mention that the ni'mas that Allah have given us are countless. Dua Arafah of Imam Hussein, even السيدة الزهراء in her sermon of Fadak, Alhamdulillah ala ma an'am wa lahu shukru ala ma alham wa thana'u bima qaddam. She mentions the ni'mas of Allah are countless. I can't pick them. There are too many. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, look, with the wilayat of Imam Ali alayhi salam, I've now given you complete ni'mah. My favors upon you are complete. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses itmam when it comes to blessings. You've now received, whether it's your food, your breathing, your health, whatever it is ni'mah. But the complete ni'mah is what comes with the wilayat of Imam Ali. That's my favors upon you. Why ikmal when it comes to religion? Today there are many people, the majority of people, of Muslims, claim to be Muslims. They pray, they fast, they go to Hajj, they pay zakat, but they don't have wilaya. They have religion without wilaya. On the day of Gadeer, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, for me to give you, or for me to make sure your religion is perfect. I know we always seek perfection in our life.
Of course, definitely.
For you to have the perfect religion, it has to come with wilaya. Without the wilaya, because ikmal is total perfection. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم. Religion for 23 years, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through His messenger taught us how to pray, how to fast, akhlaq, theology, everything Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave through His messenger for 23 years. The last thing being Hajj. Hajj was the last thing. Our Hajj today, our manasik is according to Rasulullah's Hajj. But then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that icing on the cake, for the religion to be perfect, it needs to have wilayat Amir al-Mu'minin. Otherwise, it's a religion that's not perfect. Subhanallah. Inshallah, هذا سلام على قلبك.
Allah. And I'll just add to it, because Iraqis have to add to what a scholar says. I have to pretend to be more knowledgeable.
You are, mashallah.
La astaghfirullah. Religion without wilaya is a car without an engine. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Mullah Ali Hassan.
MashaAllah, beautiful analogy.
شوية
beautiful. هي قلت لك beautiful analogy.
شوية روجها.
It's like a Tesla without electricity.
Allah. You didn't give me that same reaction. Yalla, what are you gonna read first? What are you gonna read first?
So there's a classic old school qasida that a lot of, when you go to like centers in the Indo-Pak community, I think even Khwaja community, this is like a traditional either for the birth of Amir al-Mu'minin or for Gadeer. And it's a story of a man who recites a qasida on a musalla basically. And he's reciting from his musalla, and it's the story of what happened on the musalla basically.
Ya Allah, Bismillah.
मुसल्ले प मैंने लिखा कसीदा जूही गुनगुनाया सवेरे सवेरे मुसल्ले प मैंने अली का कसीदा जूही गुनगुनाया Savere, savere. So at the end of every verse, the jawab will be savere, savere, basically.
Savere, savere.
Which means?
I think it's better he translates than I do.
Great.
No.
Musalle pe maine Ali ka qasida yahi gun, like basically saying that on Musalla, Imam Ali's qasida in the early hours, basically in the early morning, savere, savere.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
As long as we do the jawab, that's all you.
Best inshallah. जोशे की मुवद्दत ने हुर को जंजोरा तो उसने भी गफलत के बिस्तर को छोड़ा तो खुद आफताबे
شہادت نے اس کا مقدر جگایا سویرے سویرے مصلی پہ میں نے علی کا قصیدہ جو ہی گنگنایا سویرے سویرے ہے زہرا کی مرضی مشیت خدا کی ہوا تھا نہ لب سے ابھی حکم جاری ابھی حکم جاری لباس جنا لے کہ رضوان جنت نے درخت خطایا سویرے سویرے مصلی پہ میں نے علی کا قصیدہ جو ہی گنگنایا سویرے سویرے اٹھی جھوم کر رحمتوں کی گھٹائے چلی میرے گھر میں جنا کی ہوائے جنا کی ہوائے چراغ حدیث قصہ اپنے گھر میں جو میں نے جلایا سویرے سویرے مصلی پہ میں نے علی کا قصیدہ جو ہی گنگنایا سویرے سویرے. And the last verse, which is normally the culminating verse of this qasidah. Bismillah. میں سویا تھا شب میں علی کو بلا کر بحکم خدا کچھ فرشتوں نے آ کے فرشتوں نے آ کے مجھے خواب میں روضہ مرتضیٰ کا نظارہ کھرایا سویرے سویرے مصلی پہ میں نے علی کا قصیدہ جو ہی گنگنایا سویرے سویرے صلوات علی محمد
اللهم صل على محمد وآل Muhammad. Sheikhna, before I come to you, Brother Abbas, don't look at him. Out of 10, how was his recitation?
10, bro.
لا لا
Yeah? اللهم صل على محمد وآل Muhammad. We expect nothing less.
I think just one thing, if he can translate, I don't mind translating, but the last verse is the most important thing. If you can translate it, just for the viewers at home, so they appreciate the beauty of the kalam.
Well, you'll have to...
You know what, I think right on the spot.
Yeah,
right
on the
you
spot.
read it and you're expecting him to translate.
I can translate. A poet from
I can translate.
Our brothers, Sajid's party. One of them is a poet, man. I think we should get him to come and translate.
Any recitation that has the fada'il of Imam Ali alayhi salam in whatever language. I mean, I sometimes have the honor of sitting in an Urdu majlis, maybe before mine or after mine, where I listen to Urdu majlis, because some centers have both languages. And some people say, do you understand? I said, not much. I'll probably pick up maybe 10 or 20% of what's being said, because...
Really?
Yeah, because they use obviously Farsi,
it's derived from
sometimes Arabic.
Farsi, I forget.
And the Arabic, and sometimes, you know, you can see where he's going with his point. There's always this, and the Urdu majalis, they sometimes drop the Arabic word or the Arabic verse. So any dhikr, any fada'il of Imam Ali alayhi salam, even though now he's read, they've both recited, both our dear guests, mullahs, have recited in a language that I don't speak, but it still enters the heart.
Of course.
Because it's the fada'il of Imam Ali alayhi salam, even though we may not understand much from the words. And I'm guessing it's the same when you listen to Arabic,
of course,
or when you listen to Farsi or any other language. I think any fada'il of Imam Ali alayhi salam becomes universal, because it's got the fada'il of Imam Ali. And we have hadiths. This, you know, when for example, I was invited for this show.
Yeah.
I said, what's the topic? They said, Fada'il of Imam Ali alayhi salam. And you know, we're not doing this, or the producers, the channel, they're not doing this show just to sit and, you know, praise Imam Ali out of nowhere.
Yeah.
This is like the way, the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is the sunnah of the Imams. They would have gatherings where they would remember Imam Ali alayhi salam, praise Imam Ali. The companions of Imam Ali would praise Imam Ali whenever they can. You know, there's so many different. I remember the first part you mentioned, you know, the Quran and Imam Ali alayhi salam. You know, Ibn Abbas mentions there are over 300 verses attributed to Imam Ali.
Wow.
Many of which I'm sure a lot of, you know, everyone knows the ayat Tathir, or Innama Waliyakum Allah, or Sayyid Muhsin mentioned
Sayyid Muhsin had a whole catalog.
Surah Al-Baqarah. You know, a lot, there's so Amma Yatasa'aloon.
Yeah.
Who's that about? عن النبأ العظيم الذي هم فيه مختلفون. This is about Imam Ali alayhi salam. النبأ العظيم. We have narrations that say النبأ العظيم هو علي ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. So there's so many different fada'il of Imam Ali alayhi salam that there's a hadith attributed to Rasulullah that says whoever mentions one fadila of Imam Ali alayhi salam, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive his sins. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise his rank. Therefore, the fada'il of Imam Ali alayhi salam, whatever language, enter the heart.
What's your favorite one? Favorite fadila? You must have one.
Minhas proper sticky on the spot today.
No.
Sheikh mentioned before me as I entered. Sheikh Muhammad mentioned a beautiful fadila of Imam Ali alayhi salam, which was the one of Khandaq. That's one which I love hearing. You know, the fact that Imam Ali's sincerity in that strike makes the strike of Imam Ali alayhi salam the greatest. But I think it's the battlefield fada'il that I enjoy. I came across one that mentions. And if you don't mind, I want to mention a few quick ones. Someone asked Imam Ali alayhi salam, why do you never ride a horse on the battlefield? Okay. You're always on your feet when you're fighting. So Imam Ali alayhi salam, those that need a horse need them for two reasons. The first, they may need a horse because they run away from the battlefield. And I will never run away from the battlefield. The second reason why they may need a horse is so they can chase the enemy. And I never chase after the enemy. In another narration, they asked Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi afdal salatu wasalam, why do you wear a shield, an armor shield, only on your chest? You don't have, because you know the shield usually covers the chest area and the back area. But you've only got on the front. Where's the shield on the back? So again, Imam Ali smiles, in fact, and he says, you know, do you think the enemy was even gonna go past me for him to see my back? He's not gonna even get past me.
That's amazing.
And another final attribute of Imam Ali, just on the battlefield.
Yeah.
You know, it's shameful for anyone to run away from the battlefield.
Of course.
But there used to be this sunnah, I call it a sunnah as in something that would take place, not sunnah of Rasulullah. This thing that would take place where when Imam Ali enters the battlefield, have you seen sirens? When there's an emergency, an alarm siren. There'd be a siren, there'd be a caller from the enemy's side that would say, Dakhala Ali or Baraza Ali. Imam Ali has entered the battlefield. It would be like a warning to say what? Imam Ali's entered the battlefield. If you want to run now. And Imam Ali himself used to hear this. And that's why he used to say, when I face anyone from my enemies, I will overcome him before I even take my sword out. And they said, Ya Ali, how can you overcome? How can you beat your enemy before you've even started? And he mentions, because when I enter the battlefield and I look at him, he looks at me in the eyes, I know that I'm going to kill him.
Allahu Akbar.
Furthermore, he knows that I'm going to kill him. So not only do I know that I'm going to overcome him, but he himself knows that I'm going to overcome him. And therefore he's lost the battlefield before I even take my sword. And these are just little fada'ils, and there's so many of Imam Ali on the battlefield.
Could go all night.
You could go all night. You know, there's one with Malik al-Ashtar, in which Malik tells Imam Ali alayhi salam, he tells him, in the battle of Siffin, he tells him, Ya Ali, And you know, Imam Ali is his companion.
Yeah.
So he can have this banter, you can say, with his master, Imam
Oh, they
Ali.
used to have banter?
Yeah. So he tells him, listen to this. He tells him, Mawla, I think me and you killed the same amounts of people. What makes you, you know, brave, you know, stronger than me? So Imam Ali tells him, how do you know how many people I killed? So Malik tells him, Ya Ali, that every time you would kill someone, you would do takbir. Imam Ali, when he kills someone, he would say, Allahu Akbar. Look at the sincerity again. Sheikh mentioned that everything he does is for Imam Ali. He says, I hear you say Allahu Akbar every time you kill someone. So I counted how many takbirs you done.
Yeah.
You done this many takbirs. And therefore I know you killed this many people. I killed the same as you. Then Imam Ali tells him, but Malik, there's a difference between me and you. He tells him, what's that difference? He tells him the first difference is that when I face someone in the battlefield, I look at his lineage, his future lineage. If I see anyone in his lineage that will be someone that is good, I will spare his life. Number one. Number two, Ya Malik, the fact that you get in the battlefield and you said you killed the same amounts of people, number of people as me, is different. Why? Because me, one strike, game over. Whereas you get into a battle with them. They strike you, you defend. So therefore, it doesn't count as the same. And this was the sincerity, the fact that he's doing it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. After Khaybar, he was seen breaking a loaf of bread with his knees. And he's finding it difficult. He said, Ya Ali, you just carried the door of Khaybar. You can't break a loaf of bread. He said, I carried the door of Khaybar for Allah, whereas I break the bread for Ali. This is why Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib is unlike anyone else.
Sheikh, I want to ask you before we go to a break.
I think the whole point of programs like this, by the way, is to mention these fada'il.
This is I'm
way,
not sure.
You were saying earlier about in any language. Today, Urdu Maulanas around the world will be proud of the way he's done for that. This is proper Urdu Maulanas done for that.
Alhamdulillah. God bless the Urdu
I wanted to ask, was there a way that someone would be able to tell this person was killed by Ali, this person was killed by someone else?
Yeah, I think that's an obvious one.
No, but
I don't think that one needs. I think anyone could answer that. I think that you would know because he'd have two lines of, you know, two strikes on his head because of the Al-Faqar.
No, but the Al-Faqar is going like that.
Yes, but the way that the Emir would use
like
it.
that.
Yes.
Amir
al-Mu'mineen Abi Talib. Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib. Again, I mentioned this during the month of Muharram and especially around the Shahadat of Imam Sajjad. I say Imam al-Sajjad and all the Imams, they taught us how to do fada'il of Amir al-Mu'mineen. When Imam al-Sajjad alayhi salam introduces his grandfather Amir al-Mu'mineen, he says, أنا ابن إمام المتقين أنا ابن من ضرب بين يدي رسول الله بسيفين وطعن برمحين وقاتل ببدر وحنين وسافر الهجرتين وصلى القبلتين أنا ابن إمام المتقين وسيد المرسلين أنا ابن من لم يكفر بالله طرفة عين. That he didn't even, you know, the blink, he didn't even question the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And therefore when we do the fada'il of Amir al-Mu'mineen, it's the sunnah of the Ahlul Bayt, it's the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When I call out Ya Ali Madad, it's not me calling out Ya Ali because I feel emotional and I love. It's the way the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and the Imams of the Ahlul Bayt would call out Ya Ali. In the Battle of Uhud, this narration, in the Battle of Uhud, they say, when the enemy surrounded Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam from all sides, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that day was on the brink of being killed. And he did not fear for his life, rather he feared for the message because he wanted to stay alive to spread the message. So he asked Allah, he raised his hands as the enemies were approaching him. And in the heat of that war, he raised his hands and he said, Ya Allah, minkal madad. I want madad from you, Ya Allah. I want aid. Madad is aid. I want aid from you. As soon as he put his hands down, he says, I saw a sword. All I could see is a sword around me, killing all the enemies around me. As soon as the dust settled, I saw the face of Ali ibn Abi Talib. I said, Ya Ali, antal madad. You are the maid. Ya Ali, you are the aid from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, when I say Ya Ali madad, obviously I'm asking Allah, but the madad is from Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi afdal salatu wasalam. As Amir al-Mu'mineen is wasila for me. Yes, Allah is the creator, Allah is the grantor, Allah is the sustainer. But Rasulullah taught me to say Ya Ali. Hence why I say
Ya Ali, Ahsan. Brothers and sisters, we are going to say goodbye to our dear brother Ali Hassan Jigani in the next segment, and we will bring on a person who you all love, you've all seen. He's been the highlight of many episodes of the Shia Voice. I think you can guess who it is, but we'll stay right with us. We'll be right with you.
Okay. Ahsant.
What has been your fondest memory working at the channel?
There's a lot of well, there's kind of, you know, lot of memories that goes on with the channel. I don't know, maybe you know, during Ramadan and Muharram, sometimes we sleep here at the channel in the studio, and you know, it's you know, we usually don't sleep. We sit down till like Fajr, talk, you know, about different conversations. These, I don't know, these stay with me, but probably, you know, the Shia Voice season 1 was very good. The 10 nights, season 2 was also very good, alhamdulillah.
Every day at the channel is a fond memory, I think.
Fondest memory working at the channel. Shia Voice. Probably Shia Voice.
The Shia Voice?
It's the Shia Voice. I know it's a lot of stress and you get lots of problems throughout the show, but you miss it after it's done.
The fact that it was on consecutive days, everyone was working together, it was just constant, it was a buzz.
The gala dinner maybe, or the Shia Voice recordings, or maybe Shahr Ramadan.
There's not one fun memory. All of them are fun memories, to be honest. There's been ups and downs, for sure. Stressful times, but I've actually really enjoyed working here.
One of my favourite times is probably when the whole team, the production team, had to wake up at 4 a.m. and we all had to make way to the studio, and it was baffling because we're all tired, we're all high on caffeine, and we're just trying to load everything onto the van. I think it was for the Arba'een procession, and we're just making jokes. We're just trying to make each other laugh, just so we don't go back to sleep so eagerly.
My favourite memory has to be the trip with Sayyid Nawab to Tanzania, because we went to so many orphanages, and just seeing the smiles that we could put on some of these kids' faces with the little work we were doing, I think nothing beats that.
I was given the role of setting up my first ever live show to collect donations for. It was a fundraiser show, and I was so scared, and it was like stressful, you know, coming up to the live show. And then once the live show started going on, I got more confident, and then at the end, I remember we had a revert call in, and she called in and was like, look, Imam Hussein TV, I haven't told this to anyone, but Imam Hussein TV has done so much for me, and I've learned so much, and I really think that my life from now on should be as a Shia Muslim. And she called in and she done her Shahada on that day, and I think that was my fondest memory.
I ask you all to support Imam Hussein TV for the future of your youth, for the future of Shiaism. Every single person's life is dependent on your education, and Imam Hussein TV provides you a free Islamic education.
If you want to have good programs, if you want to have a source to help your community, your children, your families, do not hesitate. This is the month of rewarding, this is the month of istighfar, the month of khayrat.
Imam Hussein is a name that unites us all, and this is the one area where we can put aside our differences and come together. I hope that the viewers at home will help donate to the channel and to build a platform for the future generations.
I stand here before you, my dear brothers and sisters, to invite one and all to donate generously to ensure that the message of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wassalam is kept alive.
Beautiful programs we have. One of that program is Shia Voice. The Shia Voice try to bring up talented from east, from west, from north, from south. But to show this, to make this program, it needs your donation, your generous donation. Please help, please support Imam Hussein TV.
We need your generous support. With your support, there could be more documentaries. With your support, there could be more programs. With your support, Shia Voice may come to your community. We cannot continue this without your generous donations. in this holy month of Ramadan, a month of charity, a month of giving, a month of generosity, come together, join us on Imam Hussein TV and generously donate as you always have done, so we may continue to provide programs which serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and of course the holy household.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back, my dear brothers and sisters, to this Eid al-Gadeer live special directly from Imam Hussein TV. As you can see, there is 5 of us now, 2 new additions to the set. We have
MashaAllah.
Sayyid Muhsin Shah and our lovely, lovable, the most loved on Imam Hussein TV, Mullah Ali Fadl.
Allah يسلمك.
شلونك Mullah? How are you? Of course you do.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Haji Mustafa استلم to get on with it. What was the intro I gave you?
I don't remember.
It was a good one.
If it was good, you would have remembered.
Huh? I
It's
said,
going to get very
I
awkward.
said,
Yeah.
حبيب قلبي تفضل ولا
By the way,
رقي.
I should let the viewers know that this isn't
This is fragile.
a green, just in case it comes right. I'm not saying just in case, but this is turquoise, right?
Turquoise, yeah, I can see turquoise.
Close enough.
That's green, the Sayyid.
That's green, yeah.
It's proper green as well. And I heard he's bought us ideas as well.
Yeah, he's Sayyid.
Yeah, Sayyid idea.
Inshallah. Not in front of the cameras.
Of course, behind the cameras, inshallah.
More Sheikh Muhammad Al-Hilli was talking about Imam Ali giving 4 gold dinars.
Yeah.
One in private and one in public, one in the morning, one in the evening. But we want your public one, please.
اللهم صل على محمد
شيخنا
حبيبي.
we want more fadail from you.
ما شاء الله.
And Mullah, please prepare your recitation for us.
Inshallah, بعيني.
Inshallah.
No problem.
And Mullah, prepare another recitation for us. And Sayyid Muhsin, you have fadail and Ali in the Quran.
Inshallah.
I'll start with you.
There's an interesting story that takes place during the political caliphate of Imam Ali alayhi salam. Not obviously the Imam alayhi afdal salatu wasalam is Imam from day one, whether they put him in the seat of power or not. But during his time in Kufa, they say someone who was from Africa, a black man, came to Imam Ali alayhi salam, and he was a follower of Imam Ali.
Okay.
So he came to Imam Ali alayhi salam, he said, Ya Ali, I have stolen something. So the Imam has to fulfill the conditions before he puts out the law. So he tells him, was it your first time? He says, no. Have you done this before? Yes. So he went through all the 19 conditions before the hukum, which is the cutting of the hand of the thief. So he fulfilled all the conditions. So the Imam got the judge to cut this person's hand. As this person, and of course the hukum is that and this obviously this Sharia law only gets done during the time of applies only during that time obviously, where there's an infallible.
Sure.
As he has cut this person's hand, this person holds on to his fingers that have been cut, and he walks out of the court or where Imam was. As he's leaving, there are those that have hatred against Imam Ali. They see this now as an opportunity to laugh at this man who they see in their eyes as someone from a lower race in their eyes, and they see him as a lover of Imam Ali, yet Imam Ali has punished him. So they said, this is the perfect opportunity. So as he's coming out, they say to him, who did this to you? And they start laughing. So he says, طهرني من ذنبي.
Allah.
He has purified me from my sin. They say, من هو? He says to them, أمير المؤمنين وإمام المتقين أسد الله الغالب وجه الله وعين الله وروح الله وأسد الله وسيف الله. He starts mentioning يعسوب الدين وارث الأنبياء. Imagine he's got his hands, they're bleeding, and he's saying the praises of Imam Ali. As he is doing this, Salman al-Muhammadi walks past. He sees this. He goes back to Imam Ali, says, Ya Imam, this person that you fulfilled this terms to cut his fingers, this is what took place. Imam Ali tells him, come back. he comes back. And this hadith is mentioned in Sunni traditions as well as Shia traditions. The Imam brings a cloth, he places it on top of his hand. Then he raises his hands towards the heavens and he recites a dua. As soon as he removes the cloth, the fingers are put back in place for this person's hands. And therefore, if you ask me about fada'il, this person who's had his hands cut does the fada'il. If you ask me about mu'jiza, you see the mu'jiza.
كل إيمان نار هدري.
He's just come back Luton. He's just come back from yeah, he just come back from Luton. So that's why he's كل إيمان is what he does.
Was something like cake cutting.
The cake cutting was great. I've never been in a cake cutting session before, and this place was predominantly Indo.
How big was the cake?
Yeah. It was.
It's not about how big the cake is. They said to me, listen, he messaged me before. He goes, by the way, you need to be there for the cake cutting.
The main thing is
usually I thought
that's like
they all
the hype.
sit down,
Yeah.
right, and they
they bring the
everyone comes up. So there's a whole like everyone was circled around this cake, and they were doing naras. They what was that? What was that tune? The melody that the melody that yeah, that's the one. That's the one. It was amazing. I was amazing.
And I didn't even recite it. The
people.
The guest speaker did.
No. Does anyone know why they say kullu iman? What's kullu iman nara haydari?
Like no, with all your faith.
Ibas, why?
Good question. I never really asked.
I think, from what I understand, it's not just you saying it with all your faith. It's because on the day of Khandaq, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam said, "Baraz al-iman kullih."
Ahsan. That's a great explanation. Mullah, you need to follow up with a great recitation.
I know Urdu, شوف it?
No, يعني Sheikh Mustafa, by the way, has surprised me. Because I thought Sheikh Mustafa was pure Iraqi.
كل إيمان is Arabic word, by the way.
This kid.
Janam, let's do Janam, mashallah.
Yeah, let's do Janam.
Which one? Let's do Janam.
Am I starting?
Test. Oh, so you did fix it.
They should have done that for you.
You did fix it. You good. Am I starting?
بسم الله.
يلا صل على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل
يقول I've been wanting to see you forever, Ali. To make you proud of me, I'll endeavor, Ali. To be by your side, I'll give whatever, Ali. I know that soon we will be together, Ali. Every step that I take, every time that I think, every move that I make, every time that I blink, دشت में अबरका पहला कतरा अली मेरा मुर्शद भी आका भी मौला अली Ali I see you near me I want to feel free علي علي هرسوا السدايا هدري يا علي 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 جانم فدايا هدري يا علي جواب علي I'll see you soon and then I will feel free, Ali. I reach your land, tell me. I reach your land, tell me. Can you see me, Ali? I don't know without you who I would be, Ali. Only you can make my heart feel complete, Ali. For you I'd give my all to have you by my side. My heart, body and soul, from your love I can't hide. Me musibat me ab kyum parisha raho, gham ke maroon kahe tu sahara Ali. Ali. Mawla Ali, I see you near me, son of Hashimi.
Ya Ali, Ali, Ali,
Ali, رمزي بقايا هاشمي.
يا علي، علي، علي،
جانم فداي هيدري.
يا علي، علي، علي.
صلوا على محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد.
Beautiful recitation. Mullah, it's an amazing recitation. I want more after. I want a حماسية one.
هو
حماسية. هاي المقدمة.
هاي المقدمة.
بعدين شو اسمه؟
علي شاه علي ما.
لا هاي مو هاي مو مالته. لا تخربط.
Sorry. Actually, I'll take fadail from you.
Okay.
Sayyid Muhsin.
Okay.
And then I'll, because it's only right, we do fadail recitation, recitation.
Makes sense.
Makes sense, right? Inshallah.
Plus to follow that will be hard, so.
We have the best tour, mashallah.
Before we get the fadail from Sayyid Muhsin Shah, inshallah, we would like to say a very huge thank you to our dear Sheikh, Sheikh Mustafa. Ask him.
I think there's other guests that want to.
We've got a sick poem that you missed. And inshallah,
Alphabetical
you missed it.
ABC.
You missed it.
It was a Qurbani.
But inshallah, we say thank you to our dear Sheikh Mustafa Mas'ud.
Thank you very much.
كل عام وانتم بخير. Eid Mubarak
Eid
to
Mubarak
you.
to everyone.
We'll be right back with our guest here and one more guest, inshallah. Stay with us.
Jiddu, I need to tell you a secret. I had an exam today and I cheated on the exam, and to be honest, I feel like it's eating me up inside as if it's haram.
Your father used to do the exact something and would always get in trouble. But you have done it now and cannot go back. I don't know if it is haram. Khair inshallah.
Thanks, Jiddu. Jiddu, I wanted to ask if it's halal to buy lottery tickets. They're so cheap and we could make a lot of money.
I don't know if it is halal or haram, but never think about something like that again.
Okay, I was just asking. Jiddu.
تعبتني, what do you want now?
I just wanted to ask if the sweet beef gelatin is halal or haram.
You're supposed to check it before buying it, not after. I don't know if this is halal or haram.
Okay.
What now? I am trying to relax. Why do you keep asking me? تعالي هنا الخاطر الله. Just go watch Ahkam SOS. Any question you have, they can answer you. You can call them, message them, anything. Ask as much as you like. They can answer any question from any marja, okay?
As lovers of the Ahlul Bayt, we all have an inclination to the epitome of love. When we rejoice, when times are hard, whatever stage of life we are in, we all yearn to be in one special place. We all wish to visit the blessed shrine of Imam Hussein in the holy city of Karbala. Not all of us have the blessing to visit the shrine of Imam Hussein, but there is still a way to experience the sights and sound of the blessed land of Karbala in the comfort of your own homes.
We call upon you, dear viewers, to support us in our financial costs to help bring the Holy Land of Karbala beaming into your homes. You can support us with a monthly donation of just $50 or £30. We are your gateway to Karbala. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Imam Hussein TV 3.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back, my dear brothers and sisters. We are back with our final segment. These faces you all love, you all cherish, and you all enjoy listening to each and every single one of them. So we're going to start one by one, and I'd like to obviously welcome back our dear brother Muhammad Abbas Ja'far. Sayyid Muhsin, before the break we were going to do fadail with you. Inshallah. So let's have some fadail before we hear some lovely recitations.
So inshallah, we were discussing Imam Ali in the Quran.
Yeah.
And there was 2 more verses that which I wanted to discuss with you guys. Inshallah. And one was from Surah 72 verse 17. And it says, whoever turns away from the remembrance of God will be put in severe torture. And it's from Imam Baqir alayhi salam, who says that this means whoever turns away from Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam Ali alayhi salam, will indeed be subjected to the most severe torture.
What's your source?
Bihar al-Anwar, volume 35, page 395.
Sorry, did you ask Sheikh Ali?
Always ask for the source.
Yeah,
always
ask for the source. Yeah, it sounds legit.
And finally,
I was going to say ketchup, mayonnaise.
We do chili sauce in Pakistan. Chutney, mango chutney.
Sorry,
what's the sauce?
You're surrounded. Well, Ali, you're surrounded.
You know those dead jokes where
yeah.
It was nice.
The dad one.
It was good.
You are a dad,
mashallah.
So you've got.
Good. I'll give you a smile for that one. And also I had from Surah 24 verse 10. Had not the grace and the benevolence of the Lord be upon you, and the grace and the benevolence is referring to the grace is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Amir al-Mu'mineen is the benevolence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. From Tafsir al-Ayashi, volume 1, page 200.
And that, as we learned in the first segment, it's reliable, brothers and sisters. And I shouldn't ask that question ever again. Sayyid Muhsin, any more?
I've got loads. I can be here all night if you want. I don't have ABCs, but
we're going to listen to that one again because we want Mullah Ali Fadil and Abbas Lalji's reaction to that. But Brother Abbas, let's hear a recitation from you, please.
Testing. Are we on? Testing.
Microphone.
Testing. Okay. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. Start.
Just go. It will come. It will come. Inshallah. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Salli ala
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Before I start this one, just quickly explain. It's very, very famous piece. Maybe you guys must have heard it before. I think Brother Yusuf must have recited it before as well. All I need everyone to do here is just respond the words Haydar. That's it.
Okay.
Haydar.
Just one? Haydar.
We can do that.
No, you got one job for.
One job.
Hi.
Okay.
शेर खुदा दामाद पैगंबर हैदर शेर खुदा दामाद पैगंबर हैदर शाफ़े महशर साक़िए कौसर हैदर शेर खुदा दामाद पैगंबर हैदर बोलना मैंने जब सीखा था माँ ने मेरी ये मुझसे कहा था बोलना मैंने जब सीखा था माँ ने मेरी ये मुझसे कहा था बोलो बेटा जान लगा कर बोलो बेटा जान लगा कर मेरी वसीयत याद ये रखना कब्र से बाग़े तुम सब कहना मेरी वसीयत वसीयत याद ये रखना कब्र के बागे तुम सब कहना खुद मैं कहूँगा कब्र के अंदर हैदर 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 खुद मैं कहूँगा कब्र के अंदर हैदर 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 दोनों है ये रूह है विलायत दोनों है ये जान विलायत दोनों है ये रूह है विलायत दोनों है ये जान विलायत अल्लाहु अकबर हैदर 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 अल्लाहु अकबर हैदर 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 जिक्र अली पर पाबंदी थी लेकिन ज़ैनब ऐसे बोली जिक्र अली पर पाबंदी थी लेकिन ज़ैनब ऐसे बोली गूंज उठा दरबार के अंदर हैदर 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 गूंज उठा दरबार के अंदर हैदर 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 काफ़ा महशर साकी कौसर हैदर 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 हैदर
मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु
اللهم صل على محمد
وآل محمد. أحسنت Mullah. Thank you so much for that beautiful recitation.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna leave the choice to the both of you. Who wants to go first?
Bismillah.
Ahmed Abbas Ja'far. I want Mullah Ali to get really hyped up for his recitation through your poem.
Yeah, I'm in.
You're picking me up, man.
Do you want to give him
Mullah Ali Fadl is suffering from hay fever. Yarhamakum Allah, by the way. He sneezed twice. But I didn't want to disturb the recitation.
Okay, so. Okay, I'll read it
Yeah.
for you. I'll read it.
Yeah, don't worry about Minhal. Turn your back to Minhal.
Yeah. So, by popular request,
Yes.
I recite
public demand.
The ABC poem.
100%.
Inshallah, definite.
Words suggested by.
Do you have a title for this poem, by the way?
ABC poem. Alphabet poem.
Alphabet poem.
We're going to call it the Muhsin Shah.
Why would you call it? I was going to call it the
I don't know.
alphabetical Zabiha or something.
Is it that bad?
Is that, bro? No, not that bad.
Wait, let's stop.
That's for the audience. They can suggest.
What Imam Ali did in the battlefield, this man did with the letters. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking.
I'm
After you listen to this poem, brothers and sisters, suggest a name for it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
On social media.
Good idea.
Inshallah. Okay, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Ya Ali.
Our mothers taught us to love Ali before we could play or speak. So if you can just wait and see patiently, I'll show you how loving Ali is as simple as A, B, C. So you can join in, inshallah.
No, I've memorized it now.
I want to see the reactions.
For A is for Amir, and A is for Ali, who is always aligned with Allah the Almighty. Abu Turab is named after Allah, as he is altruistic and astounding, admirable and amazing, articulate, affectionate, to raise your arms aloft and call out Ali.
Ali. Good start.
B, cause.
Okay.
Because.
B is for Badr, and brilliance in battle with blade and bow, brave and bold. Ali is our beacon, boundless and bountiful, benevolent and beautiful, like the nukta under the bar of Bismillah. And B is for Beshmar.
Beshmar.
Because you must behold. Quote yourself. Because you must behold and see. That see.
So the first one was because.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's behold.
There's a link.
Okay.
inshallah.
Yeah.
That C is for caliphate and crown, which were clearly captured by the most callous set of clowns.
Again. Yes. That one is important.
We'll start from Beshama.
Inshallah.
And B is for Beshama. Because you must behold and see that C is for caliphate and crown, which were surely captured by the most callous set of clowns from our commander, chosen by Allah, not counsel.
Allah.
Charming, confident, courageous, and if C is for city, then D is for door. So devote your needs and dedicate your deeds to the dauntless defender of our deen. The devout and diplomatic, distinguished and dynamic, ethereal and esoteric, enlightened and energetic, empowered and enigmatic.
We're in E, okay.
We're in E.
Yeah, go on, E.
So enter eagerly into the everlasting excellence, eminence, elegance and eloquence of Elias, Wilaya, which is ecstatic and fantastic.
Fantastic.
For F is for Fadail,
which
falls effortlessly like fragrance from the frenzied tongues of followers. For the commander of the faithful, father of orphans, fighter of freedom, for fawning friend and furious foe must face the fact that Ali was first, not fourth, and his first words were flawless, and his final word was fustu, and in between he fought fearlessly, so Jibreel flew forth, proclaiming fervently, La fata illa Ali.
Subhanallah, subhanallah. Kullu iman nara, Ali.
For Ali's a G. That's your favorite.
That's my favorite one.
And God is great, and only a God who is generous could gift us a guardian so glorious, whose grandeur gives goosebumps to the good and great and grand. And if G is for Gadeer, then H is for bad timing, hand, and hay fever.
Allah.
And H is for Haida, which is how his honorable mother, after having him in the holy house, heralded him. Haida, the heroic, Haida, the humble, Haida, the hero at Hunain, honored with Hasnain. Haida is with Haq, and Haq is with Haida. Haida, the divider of heaven and hell. So I will tell.
Wait for me to register. I'm a bit slow, but let me get it. I was going to get there.
He's acting like he knows, but he was the same. So I...
Just go just before the I and then straight into the I.
Haida, the heroic. Haida, the humble. Haida, the hero at Hunain, honored with Hasnain. Haida is with Haq, and Haq is with Haida. Haida, the divider of heaven and hell. So I will tell all of Insan about my Imam, about my Islam. For I is for illustrious and incomparable, inspiring and infallible. Ali's intelligence is impeccable, incredible, invincible, immaculate, so it's incomprehensible yet inevitable that the jealous would joust him at Jamal. For J is for Jabal, and Ali was the mountain of justice, jeered by those who founded injustice. K is knowledge, which was kept by Ali, and K is Khaybar, where Ali was Qarrar, envied by Kalimullah, and K is for Khandak, where Ali, kin of Nabi, was Kul Iman against Kul Kufr, and Ali is kind to the orphans and keeper of Kawthar, king of believers, killer of kuffar, who will always hold the L. For this lion will leave you lying on your back. And he lived saying, La ilaha illallah, and that's a fact. For Ali is a legendary leader and a luminous light. And Ali is loyalty, love, laughter, life, and M is for Mi'raj, where Muhammad al-Mustafa, the most magnanimous of mankind, rose magnificently, ascended mystically, and heard the mesmerizing voice of none other than our Mizan and his mentee, the man for whom the moon moved, the man who was mentioned after Man Kuntu, the man who we ask for madad, the mountain of magnificence, Mawla of Marhab, the malevolent, Mawla Kainat, Mazhar al-Ajaib, Master of Mu'mineen, Path of Mustaqim, Imam al-Muttaqin, Mushkil Kusha, Aliyun al-Murtada. Ali. Meaning, N.
That's the new one coming. You're not ready for it. That was in Manchester.
Oh, was it?
Lily, never mind.
Okay.
Carry on.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. N
sorry.
is for none. N is for none, the number of any and every enemy who comes anywhere near Ali. N is for Nahj, and N is for Nafs, for he is Nafsun Nabi, and Nab' al-Azim, the Nuqta, and Ni'mah. So make the niyat that Najaf becomes your nucleus.
MashaAllah.
And let this nur born from Nabi's nebulous nurture us, for it can negate the darkest of nights, open an ocean of delight, for O is for obsessed, which we are with Ali. Obsessed, which we are with Ali, whether oligarchs or oppressed. His outstanding oratory transforms us. It's obvious. Now we are obedient, but before Ali's oasis, oblivious to the fact that P is for poetry. Ali is poetry. So pause. And ponder. S is next.
Yeah. No, I said safe.
No, safe.
Oh, okay. No, you told me to pause. I'm like safe. Okay.
Timing's perfect. Right?
That was amazing, impeccable.
And ponder upon pilgrimage, upon the place you prayed towards, the corner that parted as perfection came forth.
Yes.
The people peering on as pure power poured out when proof of Allah was born. So praise God who placed you upon this prestigious path of the Prince of Believers. Protector of prophethood, pillar of perseverance, peak of eloquence, pinnacle of patience and piety, who stood proudly in the face of proficient liars. He didn't care about popularity, didn't care about the passing pendulum of time, for he was always poised and primed, penning perfect prose and rhyme and prose, for Q is for queen and R is for rose. Q is for queen and R is for rose, and Zahra was both. For she was quick to quell and quash the quarreling and questioning of the outside world until the quaking turned the quiet in the heart of the living Quran. The right hand of Rasul. And even though her rights were ransacked by a ruthless war, she remained righteous, and now the ripe rewards of this religion she reaps. Similar to her soulmate, for S is for the supreme, the sagacious, the sublime, who stood sturdy and strong every single time. So we are now simply praying that this speaker of spectacular sayings will be surely saving his Shia from damnation, serving salvation, for he is Sakiya Kawthar. Steadfast in salah, soulful in sujood, saying, Saluni, Saluni, to those who are truth seekers.
Amazing.
T is for tawassul, tranquility, teacher. For Ali was a tower of tafasir, a temple of taqwa. T is teeming with tawbah, tongue attesting tawheed, for this is Ali, totally tahir, triumphant, the talking Quran, Abu Turab teaching me and you. And you is for unique. For it is undeniable.
You just got it now.
Zoom in on the moment he just got that. Just zoom in on that moment,
That
please.
was very delayed.
Teaching me and
You.
You.
Some T, T.
What comes after T in the alphabet?
No, I've been doing that.
You.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's moving on to you.
that was the moment.
There it was. There it was.
Something, then you. Okay,
Then you.
yeah, I got it. Yeah.
And you is for unique. For it is undeniable that Ali is unmatched, unparalleled, unwavering, uncompromising. So understand that he was unbeatable at Siffin and Uhud. And though they usurped his right, he remained upright, the ultimate umbrella of unity. For V is for victorious, which this visionary and valiant warrior wailed out in his final worship. W is for wilaya. W is for wilaya, which we welcome, though we are waylaid and he is wise. We are worthless and he is worthy all the while. Ali is wali, wasi, hearing whispers of wahi, which wove into him and made him exemplary. X is for exalted, and Ali is exceptionally excellent, an extraordinary example. Why? Because
Did that register?
Yeah, that registered.
Okay.
I don't mean the X. I don't mean the X registered either properly.
What X?
Well, exactly. Carry on.
Go back,
Why?
Go, please. I want to get it. I'm slow and I've got hay fever, so just go for the X.
Ali is wali,
Yes.
wasi, hearing whispers of wahi, which wove into him and made him exemplary.
Oh, yeah.
X is for exalted, and Ali is exceptionally excellent, an extraordinary example. Why? Because since his youth he yearned for Allah, earned yaqeen, became Yasubuddin. So now we yell, Ya Ali,
Ya Ali,
Ya Ali, like every zealous zealot ever to do the ziyarah of Zawja Zahra. For Z is for Zen, which the Zuwar of Ali feel when they stand in the presence of the zenith of men, hearing Jibrail's word on the zephyr, then see him come down from afar calling La Fata illa Ali, La Sayfa illa Zulfiqar.
سملك كل إيمان إمام متقين يا سوب الدين نار هدري.
Ya Ali. Ellis for Luton.
Ellis for Luton, yeah. What's Sub-milk means all of you together. Loud.
Jami'an.
Together.
Brothers and sisters, Mullah Ali, do you have energy to recite for us?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Mullah
Ali has the energy to recite for us, and inshallah he will end the show.
Muhammad Abbas, I want to say Ahsan. That was amazing. That was amazing.
It's an honor.
No, that has to be one of those ones like
It needs
Kadha Manzur al-Karbala'i
It needs its own YouTube.
No?
Clip. Guys,
No?
clip that
Fine.
out. Put that in.
Okay, no?
Hassan Khadim.
They're all tired, guys.
Okay. صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Right.
أنا حبي علي.
لا.
No? Fine.
Something new, maybe something different. It's not really new. This is Ahmed Siddiq's.
Oh, that's my favorite one. Anyway,
Yeah, let's go.
carry on.
Ali's name flows in my blood. Ali, the only beloved. Ali, love for the unloved. Ali is all that I've loved. Ali is all that I've loved. Hey, Ali's name flows in my blood. Ali, the only beloved. Ali, love for the unloved. Ali is all that. Wait. I'll direct you when we go fast.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's a bit of a long one before it gets to that. Hey. Ali's arm was raised up high. Ali's palm lifts up the sky. Ali's truth among all lies. Ali, my cry when I die. Ali, my cry when I die. Hey, Ali's greater, Ali's tougher. Who is my Imam? Ali. Who is my Imam? Ali. Who is my Imam? Ali. The only raised arm. The only raised arm. Ali. The only raised arm. Ali. Ali's Haidar, Ali's wonder. Who is my delight? Ali. Who is my delight? Ali. And who is my light? Ashhadu anna Aliyan waliyullah. 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 He Ali, he conquered Gadeer. Ali, he conquered Gadeer. Ali taught us khilafis. Ali, when sorrow we hear, Ali's name rings in our ears. Ali's name rings in our ears. Ali, how lucky are we? Ali's name is all we see. Ali's name is victory. Ali's love a guarantee. Ali's love a guarantee. Ali's Eden, Ali's heaven. Who's my salvation? Ali. Who's my salvation? Ali. My hope and heaven. Ali. My hope and heaven. Ali. Ali's golden, Ali's fortune, my health and my wealth. Ali. My health and my wealth. Ali. Worth more than myself. Ashhadu anna Aliyan waliyullah. Ashhadu anna Aliyan waliyullah. Ashhadu anna Aliyan waliyullah. Ashhadu anna Aliyan waliyullah. أشهد أن عليا ولي الله أشهد أن عليا ولي الله. Ali is always my first. Ali's love quenches my thirst. Ali, the beat of my heart. Ali, my hope in my worst. Ali, my hope in my worst. Ali, I am his servant. Ali, the Spirit's sent. Ali, in every moment, Ali leaves me triumphant. Ali leaves me triumphant. Ali leaves me triumphant. Hey, Ali is light, Ali's delight. Who's my happiness? Who's my happiness? And who is greatness? And who is greatness? Ali's certain, Ali's chosen. Who is my leader? Who is my leader? Who is my leader? أشهد أن عليا ولي الله. أشهد أن عليا ولي الله. أشهد أن عليا ولي الله. They asked me, the angels, they asked me, how did you spend your youth? I replied, I spent it searching for the truth. I was confused who was the leader after the Nabi. Yes, I was confused who was the leader after the Nabi. For how can the Prophet leave without appointing a wasi? For how can the Prophet leave without appointing a wasi? They told me, oh man, they told me, oh man, go and search the events of Gadeer, upon which all the Muslims said, yes, all the Muslims said, بخن بخن لك يا علي. صلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Thank you, Mullah Ali, for that beautiful recitation. Our dear brother Muhammad Abbas Jafar, thank you so much. Brother Abbas Lalji, thank you. Sayyid Muhsin Shah, always a pleasure. We want to thank our dear guests sitting here, and Sheikh Mustafa Mas'oud, Sheikh Muhammad Al-Hilli, and Ali Hassan Jigani. Have I missed anyone out? And the Sajid party. I want to thank all of them for joining us here, celebrating Eid al-Gadeer, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's biggest Eid. As we say in Iraqi, and I love this saying in Iraqi, عجبك أهلا وسهلا ما عجبك طق راسك 100 حائط. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
More than 3,000 members of the Shia Hazara community have been killed since September 2011, according to reports.
Hundreds of Iraqi pilgrims arrive at the house of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi.
On Saturday, the Saudi authorities executed 21 people on other charges.
Taliban abusing humanitarian aid in Afghanistan.
Shia Rights Watch expresses its condemnation on the targeted bombings in the Iraqi capital Baghdad.
There is so much happening that now is the right moment to bring together the biggest stories in one place at one time. It's ambitious, it's a first for the Shia around the world. Join me, Ayyub Nueno, for Shia Waves, live only on Imam Hussein TV free.
السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله. السلام عليك يا ابن رسول الله. السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين وابن سيد الوصيين. السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة.
May your heart be at ease, O servant of mine. I am your Mawla al-Hussein. I am the stranger of Karbala, and you are a stranger in these moments. Whoever visits my resting place, I visit theirs, and if they were put in hellfire, my intercession would spare. Did you not visit me after every salah? Did you not cry for me and wail for me? Did you not call out, Labbayka ya Hussein? Did you not call out, Labbayka ya Hussein? You have a right upon me, O my servant, and here is where you will take it, so do not be scared. O Allah, I beseech you in the name of my mother Fatima and her broken ribs.
Let the light of Ziyarat Ashura bring tranquility to the graves of your deceased. By contributing to the Husseini message, a recitation of Ziyarat Ashura will be in the name of your loved ones who have passed on. Let their names be mentioned by the grave of Abba Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam one final time.